Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Esports Club Showdown Series 5 for Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron, GPU partner ZeroFrags Gaming, alongside our media partner Gossip.gg. It's gonna be me, Azura Aiden, alongside the beautiful Ahana Aiden. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Very excited to be back on desk. It's been a while since I've shared the desk at all. And again, look at the luck. I got to share it with you to begin with, and it's nonetheless it's Valorant. So I'm more than excited. I'm waiting to see what new things are gonna be coming up, because it's. I think the last time I was casting, Clove was the latest edition. Since then, a lot has happened.
Exactly, a lot has happened. Vice is also into the picture, and the way people are just going ahead and picking that agent as well. I'm hoping that this time around we're going to see a lot of mix and matches regarding the entire meta. But overall, we all know for a fact that Vice is still a new agent for all the Indian rosters to go ahead and fix on it or asphyxiate on it. So let's just see how the entire thing is going to go. The journey is going to begin with the prize pool onto how much the players are going to take if they reach first.
Absolutely, and the prize pool is never small when it comes to Showdown Series. It's a huge 1 lakh INR prize pool in total, from which half straight away goes to the first place winner. So this is a lot at stake. Not only the prize pool, also the fact that Showdown Series is such a continual series. We're already on season 5, I guess. Just get to go ahead and claim that, okay, yes, we had a season in Showdown Series, which is acclaimed as our champion.
See, every single time whenever we talk about seasons, right, I'm pretty impressed about the previous one. The way I still can't forget the entire scenario onto how players were just going ahead and playing it to the point where I was just expecting that it can be a faulty move or it can be the best move, but eventually it was one of the amazing times. Now 5 has come. It was around the corner already, around the week, and yes, we are here with all of the action.
Absolutely. This is exactly where you would want to be if you wanna go ahead and get your hands into the pool of Valorant. You get to see a lot of
Yes.
teams just come up and show you their caliber. And right now we are in the playoff stage for these teams, and there are definitely going to be names you've seen before. There's also going to be names you've never seen before, right?
Well, true. Yeah, there are going to be teams, new teams, qualified teams. They're trying to go ahead and play for the upper circuits as well. They're proving a point here that they are amazing and phenomenal in this game. Talking about the tournament, yes, the grand finals is going to be around the corner itself, 20th October. It's going to be a BO5. So, yeah, it's one of the things which I keep telling you guys. The drill is about sealing that day itself, sealing it shut so that you can watch the action live in front of you.
Absolutely. And the journey for that is going to continue from today until the 19th. So every single day is going to be filled with matches that's going to bring delight to your faces and a lot of joy to the ones who are going to be winning those matches and stepping themselves forward into this journey to march towards the grand finals. Because the last two teams who get to play this BO5 are going to be the contenders for the biggest prize of the prize pool and also the title of the winners of season 5. I'm pretty excited to see how this turns around.
I'm excited too. But moving forward, let's just take a look at the brackets and see which teams are going to perform this time around. I can see some new names. I can see some new faces as well. 120 FPS. I hope they're not playing on 120 FPS because it's a faulty move already for themselves. But other than
So
that,
last
Team
year.
Deadlift, yes, so last year. Ace, yes, we already know this team has been showcasing their performance day in, day out. But wait a second. Ace, have they qualified? No, they've gotten towards the lower brackets. And that's one of the places where we're going to see them first. So, it's going to be a fun time for them.
Exactly. It's definitely going to be a fun time for them. It's going to be a longer run, however. But then again, even if you go towards the lot lower brackets, it's not like you're losing out completely. You still are going to get your shot to come back into the upper bracket and have the basically come back into the grand finals. Exactly. So you just keep marching forward in your lower bracket journey and make sure that you don't lose anymore, because that room of loss has already been taken away from you. But yeah, the grand finals are still not gonna be completely out of here. However, as these teams try to keep leveling across this whole bracket, there's also players who are individually trying to level up their game. And you've been here for the last 5 seasons. Any guesses on who's on the top?
Oh, yeah, of course. Caramel, AK Demon. These are the players I'm just telling on top of my head. And yes, they are towards the top. 369G on the other corner. He has reached towards the tippy top. Before this, I could see DXG Caramel and Doxer being at the top, seeking one thing only, that was dominance. And they were showcasing it again and again. But here's the thing. Top 3 players, whoever are going to be at the end of the entire tournament, they're going to get some riot goodies. So, well, it's a win-win situation for them.
Oh, beautiful. That's definitely adding quite a lot of incentive to try and be the best out there. However, let's not forget the fact that it's still a team game. No matter how much brilliance a single player is able to show, unless and until the whole team is coming together as one, there's always going to be room for improvement. And yes, I mean, I look at these numbers and look at the number of maps that have been played by 69G already. That's a great, symbolizer of the fact that they've already had quite a lot of experience in Showdown series itself.
Well, I was about to say, where's Batman? And then I see Batman is there at 7th. I want to see when that Dark Knight rises. Other than that, it's all about the action that we are waiting. And yeah, talking about the players, a bit more idea onto what they do, how they play for the team. Well, here's the picture. I believe Ang has a lot to prove here. Moreover, these are the new faces I'm looking at. One Tap God, of course, I've seen him play from the likes of Nairi Esports. Brilliant individual player alongside Fox as well. Ezzy, yes, of course, we have seen him play as well. Good plays all across. But Arg, I don't know whether he's going to bring the fire or not. He has made his way towards the top 4. But moving forward, I want to see more fire from him.
Absolutely. I'm also seeing that there's quite a lot of distance between the number of kills that they have in total all across the board. So yeah, I'm pretty interested in seeing how much they're gonna have to put in for each self to be able to go ahead and get that MVP. Now, what I see here is that there's 2 MVPs for One Tap God and 2 for Fox as well. but the total number of kills for Fox is lesser, which makes me believe that the team altogether, that's part of One Tap God, is in itself doing much more, because if the whole team is having higher kills, that's when your number becomes even bigger, right? So
Right.
I'm having a lot of inclination towards One Tap God and his performance. I really want to see that very soon.
Well, I'm hoping for the same, but today's drum roll. Well, who are the teams who are going to fight against each other? What is it going to look like? Well, we have come with a lot of expectations and hopes that we're going to see some perfect Valorant game today. And yes, that's what we can see. S versus ZeroFrag.
Yep, both the teams are going to be pretty interesting to watch. I am going to be first hand watching them on the casting desk for the first time. But yes,
Now let's
I've
go.
seen these people play from the third party view whenever you guys are casting in general.
Team Essentials versus ZeroFrags. Well, Essentials lineup is one of the places I want to keenly look at and understand what kind of firepower they're bringing in. Well, big names, new names all across. So young prodigies, Pew Pew. I love that name. There's even Chase in the midst of all of that. Soka, Eminem. Okay, big fan of it, and I can see some M&Ms on his hand as well.
Okay. I took a second to get there, but yeah, brilliant. Gotta appreciate you for that one. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how Pew Pew is gonna play, and I am even more excited to cast this game because I wanna say Pew Pew so many times. It's just so cute to say that. It was my ringtone, by the way, for a while. I know how many
Wow.
people got annoyed by that. However, there's more to this. I have more ringtones, but there's also more players. There's also more players. We have ZeroFrags.exe here.
ZeroFrags, well, last season also they did go home with no more than a bit of a prize pool. So I just want to go ahead and see how they're going to perform this time. All those mistakes which they committed in the previous season. Oh, I believe there are some roster changes as well. Oh, that's nice. And that F-Noob is still there into the picture, Summer, and because I'm Batman, well, he is he's the man who's gonna stop every single one of them from even infiltrating Arkham Knight. And that, let's hope that Newland and its Ash is gonna do something big here and complement the entire team.
Obviously. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of confused. How did we have I Am Batman in one of the few, top players from all these seasons? Isn't Batman supposed to not kill anyone? Does he play support? Tell me he plays support because he's
No,
not killing
he
anyone
plays
because he's
aggressive.
Batman. Oh
He
my
plays
goodness.
aggressive. He's a fragger for the team. So yeah, that's how the
Well,
entire thing
that's-
is gonna look like.
Exactly. Well, that's good because on all the maps that are going to be played today, we are going to miss out on aggressive because he's not here. So, well, the aggressiveness from Batman might fill up for that.
I'm hoping for that. Aggressive, well, yeah, he will be not liking the entire scenario of his leg being pulled, but eventually I'm going to do that again and again. It's Lotus having 33.33, but I'm baffled with the fact that why is Lotus at the last? Why not first? Ascent 16.67 and that Haven being 22.22. So these are the top 3 map picks.
Absolutely. I mean, Lotus does give a lot of area to go ahead and explore. But again, if you take a look at the agents, Omen being one of the most picked makes so much sense because like you have the flexibility of being able to smoke all across the site, and whether you agree or not, I feel like smoke is one of the most essential utilities that you
Agent,
have.
yes.
Yes.
True.
Being able to smoke across is so important. I cannot mention this enough. And there's so many times I get caught up with people who just don't want to pick a smoke agent at all. And then there's 5 people just dueling around.
Well, it hates to be in that lobby. I would definitely hate it to be in that lobby. Moreover, these are
You
the
are
agents,
always in
top
that
5,
lobby being yourself, Gecko.
top 5 agents right in front of you. Now, moving forward, I'm hoping that the map picks are already there. The veto what's it gonna look like? I'm expecting that all the Gecko mains, they might take an offense here to what just happened to me. But other than that, let's just move forward and look at Lotus being picked yet again.
Yet
33
again,
already
yes.
given to it. Yes, so let's just make it 35. Yeah, let's bump up the ante. Haven, yes, being the second map, and the third one, Icebox, Decider. So,
I love
Hana,
Icebox.
previous to this, I'll just give you a
Yes.
gist of it, okay? Previously, in the fourth season, third season, we were not seeing any decider map at all. How many ever teams we used to see, it used to end in a 2-0 note. What do you
Don't say
think? What is the
that.
expectation?
I
Whether this
want
time are
all
we going to see
three.
the third one or not?
We are gonna see third one. I completely believe we are gonna see the third one because Icebox is an amazing map. It's beautiful. I love Icebox. So
Well,
basically, before Valorant, the kind of games I used to play had a lot of verticality in it, and Icebox provides the same thing. So there's a complete, love relationship that I have with Icebox. I still don't win, but I love the verticality of the map.
well, that's true, and that's the reason it has been chosen as a decider. So, in order to just tackle down the verticality and the entire scenario of it, let's hope that we can see Icebox at the end of the day. But moreover, starting two maps are three-sided map. And that's a
Yes.
very, very important start for ZeroFrags. We have seen them explode and play really good on the map of Icebox, but eventually in Lotus and Haven, I haven't seen that kind of a performance from their end. I believe the Team Essentials having a comparatively new roster, there might be ZeroFrags who can dominate the entire show, but I believe Essentials are here to prove a point. So let's see.
Absolutely. And this victory itself is going to be very essential for the Essentials. So let's see if they're going to be able to secure that for themselves or if ZeroFrags are going to be able to frag out everyone from the opposite side and get themselves the position that they require for this victory. However, again, both these teams, they look strong. There is potential. But only one of them gets to move forward, which is heartbreaking for someone, but also very cheerful for the other side. And for us as casters, very entertaining nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's gonna be entertaining. We all wait for Masala. Even the viewers who are sitting out there and watching the entire game, they're also waiting for the right kind of Masala here. So I hope that it's gonna be provided to us. And to add the extra zing, 2-0 will be insult to injury. And if
Oh my.
Essentials goes home empty-handed, then yes, they will hate it. Same goes with ZeroFrags as well. Last season, they had a very bombastic start, but moving forward, somewhat the firepower kept suppressing, and eventually when the competition rose, they gave up. So this time, I'm hoping that the new roster which they have taken, the two new players, it's Ash. Well, I'm expecting that he's going to be a fragger for the team and he's
Okay.
going to bring in those early entries and make that man count advantage for themselves.
Let's hope that happens. But both the teams definitely are going to be wanting to start this with the right foot forward because, again, you don't have as much room for error as you would think because everything is
True.
pretty difficult. It's pretty tight. And you also have a very specific goal in mind. Like, if you really want to win any tournament whatsoever, you need to make sure that your eyes are on the prize and just nowhere else. And yeah, also behind yourself and on the right and on the left and on the corners that you need to check every time you're swinging and
Yeah.
on the utilities that might be hiding around. It's very difficult to play Valorant, guys. It's very difficult. There's so much to take care of. I don't know how
It
you
is,
guys
it is. Corners need to be contested, hard corners, soft corners, no matter what it is, off angles as well. I mean, those are the beauty of this game. So, hoping to let's just go ahead and dive into the action. I'm just expecting a perfect game in the map of Lotus. But before all of that, we are gonna see Because I'm Batman becoming Can.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I was also having my eyes set on the neon because considering you have a map that is as huge as Lotus is, you definitely want someone who can run around quite a lot and pretty quickly. Plus, Omen becomes a necessity because you definitely have to have someone who's gonna be able to rescue your team in times of need. You want to be able to smoke far across places because this is a huge map, as I mentioned before. Plus, you want to be able to have your ultimate ready to be able to go ahead and retrieve your spike if ever it is lost from the attacking side. because that happens quite often, specifically if you have the teams that I get.
Well, the attack also seems pretty decent. Looking at the way they've even introduced Raze into the picture, I'm pretty happy for
Oh,
them.
yes.
This is like a textbook liner from the likes of attackers, but talking about the defenders, I'm loving the way Because I'm Batman is bringing in that zing into the picture. And yeah, Neon, like you mentioned, easy run abilities, and the moment she can just go ahead and chase the opponents through as well, the moment she has that ability of hers, the ultimate, it's going to help a lot in the longer run. So I'm just hoping and expecting that the attackers, as it is their sided of the map, it's attack sided, of course, Lotus, three-sided map. So tackling the defenders earlier on itself and getting that advantage towards the rounds is going to be very vital, because if you lose that upper edge, that advantage point which you have, then you are for sure going to fall into that ditch.
Absolutely. And see, I always had a contestation when it comes to Lotus. In my head, I'm always, wondering whether Killjoy is a better pick here or Cypher is, because both of them bring a set of utilities which is pretty important for a map like this. Killjoy brings you lockdown, which is very important wherever you want to make sure that an area is completely under your control, so that you can
Right.
shrink the size of the map. But then also Cypher is important for you to be able to deploy your cam somewhere so that one side is completely under your surveillance while you take care of the other two. However, I really wanted to see Vice in this picture because Vice is one of the sentinels which is very duelist friendly. I've not seen a more duelist friendly sentinel in the game, and I wanted to see that.
Well, I was hoping for the same as well, but expectations and reality, both the things collide at this map. First pistol round going forward. The Essentials have already lost one player. So this cat and mouse chase, where are they going to end it? Feels like they're heading towards mid, and that endeavor will be a bit of a tough decision for them to go ahead and call for it. Cypher, for now, just going ahead, getting that information onto where the opponents can be, making it difficult for the defenders to come to a derivation that where are the attackers currently.
Exactly. Currently, the attackers are trying to make sure that their positions are not known. But now I think Eminem is already going to reveal that there is a certain amount of players available. Uh, Already situated near side. See, I'm so sorry. My head is just not getting out of the
It's all right.
essentials jokes that are already coming into it. I'm gonna be abusing this word thing. But Neon, no. Batman will not be able to finish that one. And there comes another one. Essentials
Wow.
are going to be able to actually find themselves the very crucial two picks, which are going to lead to them having an upper end and a man count advantage altogether.
Spike planted.
Man count advantage, post plan scenario. Okay, zero frags. Well, they have the potential to go ahead and respond in a really good note. The spike is still ticking. Pew pew. Angles on point. He's still contesting it very well. A flashpoint to work things around with. Summer, he is blind as a bat, but through the wall, he will still be able to wall bang him. Last player remaining, 4 HP. I don't think so. There can be a clutch here, but the spike is going to be diffused. Zero frags out of nowhere. Being blindsided, being caught off guard, still they managed to get that first round.
This first round, a single round, and mind you, one which does not even give you room for good weaponry. It's literally pistols. And in that round, you've seen a literal roller coaster. It kept swinging from one team to the other, and it was in the end Zero Flag getting their first round to begin with. I am very excited to see how this unfolds. Definitely, the frag that got taken down on Pew Pew was disheartening for the side of Essentials because they were actually in a good position, but then literally through the box, they get a kill, and Zero Frags just has the upper end.
The upper end is there, and the outlaw. Body shot 140. Once it connects, you're done right dusted. Raze has a different plan altogether. Shot did not connect. F-Noob needs to rush back instantly. It seems like the bonus is going to help a lot for the team Essentials from the previous round itself. The post plant being made has created the room for a lot of weapons to come into the picture. With you, he wants to play it very safe right now. All the angles being contested. Haunt gone. Information revealed, but still it doesn't matter. Bulldog retrieved. And Summer being the last man standing. If it was
A
10s, I would have been so happy because there would have been a clutch.
Well, there would have been a possibility of a clutch for sure. And that still is. You can never underestimate that because you can still see Essentials have two players who are really low on HP already. But yeah, I do believe that there's no intention of actually clutching this out. They're just going to wait it out. The time's going to run out. And there it is. A victory for the side of Essentials. This is unbelievable. The better weaponry was supposed to come in from the side of ZeroFrag. And I was in utter belief that they are going to be able to spam their shots for a really long time and keep themselves up afloat. But then Essentials, having been able to plant in the last round, they got themselves the opportunity to go ahead and upgrade their weapons slight bit, and that itself resulted into them literally spamming in the blind, getting first two initial frags, finding themselves the complete control of side C, and then there was just nothing more left to do for the side of Zero Frag. This is just a very disheartening second round for a team which was able to win the first so easily.
Yes. That's where even I was about to derive at. Currently, the eyes on Price towards
Oh,
side
no.
A. One player already gone. The second one goes through as well. Summer blinding them and just making that perfect room for himself to head behind. He already did the heavy lifting. And all he needs to do is keep providing that smoke. It's essential for the entire team. It's Ash. Angle was trained on the trigger, but it didn't happen. Didn't work through.
I am disliking slight bit of what is going on already. But let's see how this looks for the teams. Currently the plant is gonna be put in. And there's again an upper end for the side of Essentials. Summer's position is gonna be very crucial. He's gonna be able to pick off Fade if there is any activity going on. However, there is awareness, but that awareness is not gonna be enough. 3 for Summer already. There's an ace opportunity, but it's not gonna be given to him. He gets 4, but Batman is gonna seize his 1 as well. Azura, do you see how rash the gameplay has been from the side of Essentials? I mean, Raze was coming in. Great. He's the duelist. Should be coming in. But why wasn't there any utility to begin so that there was an entry point for Raze to come in from? And she wasn't just someone dying and giving information out of vision.
Well, I would say it's just the hasty move which is going to cost them a lot. Currently, losing the attack rounds for the likes of Essentials is going to cost them in the longer run. And these kind of mistakes where you're not enabling your raise is the biggest mistake of all. So yeah, I get your point,
Exactly.
Anna, here.
Yeah, I'm thinking like there's a lot at stake. Please try to be a little more calculative. I want to see those calculations come in. I'm pretty sure these teams have all that, glamour and all that pizzazz that they're already showing, in the game. But there's more to Valorant than that. There's some strategy, some tactics which need to come in. Batman again getting his first, opening the way up for his team, and look at how much area is under control of Zero Frags. They are literally just eating up area one after the other. Only Killjoy is dropping back a little because she has utility to go ahead and protect herself, as well as she has a side that they are planning to play on retake.
Oh, this was a bit hasty, but the second one was absolutely perfect. The Nano Swarm dealing a lot of damage, Fate being completely low, and one shot is what she's left with. The rendezvous is towards side B, and as soon as they head there, they want to go in for the post-plant scenario. Man count disadvantage is definitely gonna hinder a lot. Race, he has already lurked into a really good position. The second man, he could not check. Else, because I'm Batman, would have just thought, why did I even peek this corner?
When else do you see this? This is not a regular Valorant game. The attackers are so crunched up right now, so crippled right now, that the defenders are literally taking up more and more area and literally chasing the attackers out of the way. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around, Azura? Like, aren't the attackers supposed to decide the pace of the game, specifically on a map which is attacker-sided to begin with? I'm seeing a lot of things that I don't expect. I'm loving this.
That's what happens when you're already cutting down one entire site, which is dissection of site C, early control towards
Yeah.
rubble, and then you're just making the team think that you have only two options, A or B, and both of them are in the closest vicinity itself. Good spam through the wall, HP damage has been given, and eventually those HP damages are not going to be counting that much because the weaponry is not looking too great for the likes of Essentials. So just sheriffs to work around things with, and heading towards site is also gonna be a huge pain.
True that, and yet again, look at how much control is under Zero Frags. They are not giving even the opportunity to penetrate the site for the side of Essentials. Like, there's nanoswarms already on the entry point of Site B. Site B is left completely open, and the other players are already trying to push forward so much far ahead. Someone has already been taken off. That's one good news, but look at that. One good news, and in return, you get three bad.
Spike down. C.
There's a simple term to it: boo-boos and ouchies. This is that. Essential, the last man standing, raise. Nothing much to do here, nothing much to say, and Ash is just gonna be moving him and devouring that sheriff for the next following round. So money is not a matter of concern for the likes of Zero Frags, but on the other corner, Essential, finally, they will have some money to work around things with. The previous round itself, they did go in for the mere sheriff shots, and only one could land it onto Summer. That's all. And the others, they were just thinking, well, we're happy to be alive.
True that, but they shouldn't have picked out summer, because once they picked that out, their winter was coming. They knew it. It was on the way, and they could see it.
Yeah.
It was staring right down their eyes, and then they were just taken out one after the other. There's multiple ultimates available for the side of Essentials, so let's see what they're going to be able to pull from that.
Oh, big
However, the number
blunder.
of players is going to
Big
be a
blunder.
big issue. Yep.
Oh, this is a classic example of premature use of all the ultimates. Rolling Thunder was utilized as well. HP being very low. Wait a second. What's it gonna look like? What? Because I'm Batman, his reflex.
Are you kidding?
My oh my. For a second, I thought he's gone. And then later on, he's like, okay, wait. I'm still alive, guys. But a good trade coming forward. Chase. Soon to just
Oh,
go ahead and
goodness, are
take
you
that
kidding
spike
me?
and head towards side B. Side C, sorry. Post one coming in, and it's a 2v2.
Are you absolutely kidding me right now? That much ultimate investment into a round which does not even seem to have a 50-50 win chance. They better turn this around, because they have a lot of investment here. Not only monetary, but also the ultimates have been spent. Now it's a 1v2. Good opportunity. Let's see how they pull this off, because Summer is difficult to fight with. Oh, beautifully done.
The
by
moment you
Chase.
said that,
Yep.
the moment you said that, someone is like, it's okay, let's just rest for now, and next round is gonna be ours. F noob.
Hey, it's a cast
Close
just jinxed.
range. It might be, but F noob, the mistake was so big. Having the operator close range, of course, any person can go ahead and peek around that corner. You need to have some good reflexes.
True that. Completely
Yeah,
agree with you
blunder.
on that. Quite a big one. But yeah, I mean, Azura entertained me for a minute, and hear this. I think this win is not a win unless you follow it up with another one. Because now your loss bonus has been reset. You did win, you did get the winning amount, but you have to invest it for 3 people yet again. So you're again gonna be in a loss if this round again becomes a loss. They have to win this round if they want to continue having a good streak, good economy for at least the next couple.
Were you a chartered accountant before this?
I'm a mathematician forever.
Well, the mathematics is absolutely on point, and yes, if they lose this one, it's going to be a tough time in the next following round. But I believe the way all the ultimates are going to come into the picture, it's going to definitely help the entire team. But Zero
nicely
Frags,
done.
one by one, they are getting belittled. And Essential, mankind advantage on them, and they have neural theft as well. It doesn't matter if they want to go ahead and utilize it, they can. Rolling Thunder was available with the likes of Ash, but he did not utilize it. He knew it. It's not the right time. Next round will be theirs.
None of my stuff has not out of charges.
I am so happy that Essentials was able to win this round. But yet again, I'm so sorry. I don't want to be sounding negative, but they are losing way too many people every single time they're trying to win. I mean, remember the rounds when ZeroFrags was winning? They were literally having
Yes.
almost 4 to 5 people alive. I've not seen Essentials win a round where they had more than 2 people alive. And that shows on their economy. After having 2 consecutive wins, they're still at a very failing point. While after having 2 losses, actually able to perfectly find weaponry for every single player of their team.
Well, yep. Essentials. Yet again, they need to keep that in picture that they should not lose more man count in order to win the round. That is the key. That is the key to go ahead and build your economy. Zero frags on the other corner. This time around, they're still looking for the first hint, the point of contact. Where will Essential even hit? And it seems like it's going to be site A as soon as possible because I'm Batman around the corner. Knows that the player might be around lurking and he's still not overpeaking. That's a good decision. Chase, being the smoker, being the controller, he's just going ahead, rushing inside the site. This can be big, getting the control towards A, but the retake needs to be equally good as well from the likes of Zero Frags.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see how much ZeroFrags is going to be able to bring to this table. Look at that lurking Killjoy. There are tripwires, but none in a position that it would hinder the entry from the side of the Killjoy. And look at how close she is from the entry. Going in, going strong. There is awareness on the Cypher. Might know where exactly ZeroFrag's players are coming from, but look at how ZeroFrag has been able to convert the whole thing around. There's still 3 players
Bye-bye.
alive. A very easy opportunity for them, and look at how they're flexing by using their ultimate for something so small.
It was big, to be honest. It was big. It's not small to go ahead and mow down 5 people, that too having such good weaponry. The post plan did not look concrete at all. It seems like they had bricks and walls and it was perfectly cemented, but no. It was a wall made of sand, which just
True.
broke with the way the entire floodgates opened up for the likes of Zero Frags and especially
Oh, I miss
Batman.
Harbor.
He is popping.
That he is. That he is. True that. I do believe that the side of ZeroFrags is trying to crawl back into the game, not wanting to give way too much, room to get comfortable for the side of Essentials. However, I'm liking the aggressiveness coming in from the side of Essentials. I want it to be a little more orchestrated, a little more fabricated from their side, so that they can go ahead and actually, fortify their victories well enough. This time again, look at that. Like, all the players are literally constrained towards a single area. Right now, if ZeroFrag started trying to consume more and more, land space, they would eat Essentials alive. It looks like all of the players from Essentials are looking like all you can eat buffet to the side of ZeroFrags.
It has Zero Frags is one of the key persons who's going ahead and opening that catering business. Catering to all the feelings of Essentials. Honors being contested, and there is the execution which I was waiting for. Way too quick, but it has been utilized. Post-plan scenario being made. Whoa, Newland.
Ooh.
For a second, I thought that he has lost that battle, but somehow he has changed that side towards his own section. Advantage is there. Pew Pew still alive. He's making it very chaotic. Right now, it's all about that execution. It's all about how he can go ahead and tackle this entire situation down. Man count disadvantage is, of course,
Oh,
hindering
beautiful.
him. And alongside Batman's swift movement, it's a pain.
It is. It definitely is. I mean, that's Batman when Batman is not even Batman. Batman is Neon right now. Imagine if Batman was Batman. Yeah,
The Cape Crusader, of course.
yes. All
Yeah,
right.
it was
A
about
timeout
time.
from the side of Essentials. It was, yes, it was. I wouldn't have waited any longer for this because yes, there's been a pattern. There's been way too much loss from the side of Essentials all through. Um, there's not enough economy. There's not enough, man count, utilities, anything to be able to actually carry forward the game. I need the players from the side of Essentials to have enough stronghold on their attacking side that they will be able to withdraw some utilities from the side of ZeroFrags before they actually go ahead and plant. They are very quick to go in and plant, and that they are able to do. But it seems like ZeroFrags has understood that they're trying to be so aggressive. ZeroFrags is not even wasting any utility in the early rounds. They're letting you take control, they're letting you plant, and then they're just barraging you with everything they have. And that sounds like a very good strategy on a map like Lotus, because once the plant is done, you know which side to put all of your utility in. And then it's pretty difficult to come back, is it not?
Very well observed, is what I'm gonna say. First off,
Thank you.
kudos. And yeah, that's how it has been throughout the time. Zero frags, they're waiting for the entire utility to be exhausted and then later on do their part. That's a perfect piece of Valorant. And that's what I expected from this team, Zero Frags. They have been in this picture for a really long time, and finally it's about time for them to prove a point here. Weaponry not gonna be the perfect friend here for the likes of Essentials, and yet again, with mere sheriffs, they want to take this round. And I believe they need to go in as a force, not one by one, as they're gonna be picked.
True that, but I definitely like the fact that they're not rushing this. They're taking it slow. They're calculating their moves before they actually go ahead and establish anything. I would like them to use smokes, to use some covers before they try to take their entries, some diversions to be able to actually, flush the players from the defensive side to be able to go ahead and establish a foundational, you know, uh, hold into the site. I don't want them just going out of instinct anymore. I want them to take their time, calculate, maybe play textbook Valorant, but still do something that makes more sense on the logical side of it than
30
just
seconds
the
left.
let me go and kill some people side of it.
Well,
Oh, this is gonna be a
picks are
good
coming
blind
through.
fire. Yup, already.
Yes. That man way too low on HP, and Ash, he was there to save the day. Has the ultimate as well. If the team is planning on to going ahead and executing towards side B, it's not going to look good at all for them. Post plant being made, the time is already bought, 4 seconds, and they need to go ahead and stick it right now, else it's not going to happen. But it works out for the defenders. It's Ash. This man has been the menace to the society, and he's picking all the players like a perfect looking Dorito.
Aha. I'm not hungry, you are.
Yeah, if it was
Beautifully
hungry
done.
hippos, then they would be picking marbles.
Okay. Beautifully done there. But yeah, ZeroFrags, I am impressed. I am impressed. And even though I desperately, desperately want to go to Icebox, I can see what you meant when you said that it's always been a 2-0. I can see that.
This is
It's
just a
not
beginning.
hard to imagine. Yeah, yeah. And it's not hard to imagine. But yeah, this time around, there's a good number of players from the side of Essentials pushing together towards Site A, and Site A is being held by Just Killjoy. If the push comes from tree, it could be good, but look at that Odin. This is dangerous.
It
And then
is.
there's the nano swarms, yeah.
The nanoswarms are there, and the moment Pew Pew just goes ahead and picks that orb, the situation will look dire.
Ooh.
F Noob, quick on the trigger, gets the first one. And the man who was trying to bring in that room, the space, go inside side A is already gone. Oh boy,
Ooh,
one
goodness,
by
this
one, look at F
rotation.
Noob. He's not at all a noob, he needs to change his name.
Absolutely, absolutely agree to that. But look at the instant rotation that came in from the two players of ZeroFrags that were situated in Site B. That definitely helped quite a lot for FNoob to be able to, maintain that stronghold. And look at how easily they withdrew from the fight once they realized the numbers of players on the site is reducing. They are taking a step back, waiting for the other players to reconcile to actually go ahead and take the fight. And there's still a player in Site B waiting if there is going to be another rotation. I'm liking how calculative the game plan is from the side of ZeroFrags.
Someone just hit the snooze
Oh.
button. Because on Batman,
Yeah.
well, yeah, it doesn't matter what just happened. The smashes are going to be on point. It's Ash saving the day yet again. And the 8th one rolling in for the likes of ZeroFrags. It's inevitable. The post plant is not at all working for the likes of Essentials. They're going ahead and making the mark, heading towards side B, A, C. They're creating the post plant, but yet again, what after that? You need your men around. clocking their hours in and saying that, you know what, we are still alive, but that's not happening because on Batman, he was so quick on the trigger, got one frag, instantly got deleted, but it doesn't matter. It's Ash yet again around the corner, around the block. And you say, right, you call your friends whenever you have some kind of a mess up situation in
I
it.
don't
And
have friends.
bro,
Don't remind me of that.
all right,
I'm
then
kidding.
I
I'm
guess
kidding.
it's going to be some other co-caster that I can go ahead and jam up with. Other than that, cool, good rounds coming in, 8-3.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, Essentials have quite a lot of ultimates, and I'm sorry for them because whenever they do, they end up messing it up really big. They depend way too much on their ultimates, and then they literally just keep spamming one after the other, not really building up to anything. While on the other side, ZeroFrags have three of their own. I can see the scoreline already going towards a 9-3. It could be a premature call, and I would be happy to be proven wrong.
Hmm. Rock, paper, scissors is what they're playing to decide which side to head towards, because at the end it's what is happening. F2 yet again, he's still available
Are you
with his
kidding
Odin masterclass plays all across, and every single one of them is biting the dust. Raze somehow managed to go ahead and retaliate, but eventually it's a lost cause. 9-3, ladies and gentlemen, and I believe it's not going to be a curse at all.
I just want to see at least 3 rounds consecutively coming towards Essentials. Now that they're on the defensive side, let's say their attacking side is just weak. Let's just say that for the sake of this conversation. And let's assume that they actually picked a few pages from the books of Zero Frags for the defensive side. I believe in them. I want them to show up to the occasion and actually make this challenging enough for the side of Zero Frags. Even if Zero Frags ends up winning, I want them to have the run for the money. This is looking way too easy. Either Zero Frags is too good that they're making it look way too easy, or Essentials are missing some dots they have to connect with.
Wow, they do have to.
Are you kidding me?
It's instant. It's instant. The rotation is like, okay, we just have one player here who's way too low. It's okay. Let's just leave him there as a bait. And others, let's head towards side C. And Cypher is waiting for this golden opportunity. What can he
I
do? Lionel? His information was known,
Oh,
but here's the
goodness,
thing,
F2.
F2, he definitely can do something big here, but he could not get the kill eventually. Big blunder.
He did low him down though.
I have the spike.
That kill was essential for the side of F Noob. His whole game plan depended on it, and now it just seems like they're gonna fall one after the other. Batman doesn't have the spike, doesn't have the HP, doesn't have the weaponry to be able to fight 3 people at the same time. So I don't think it's gonna result into much. And there it is. Yeah. Good. I expected something different though, Azura, to be honest. Towards site A, when you saw the whole, bunch of people from the side of Zero Frags trying to like enter the site, I expected Essentials to be able to retaliate in a stronger form. I wanted there to be one person playing up front with a support coming in from the long angle so that there was enough retaliation to push them. Yes, Zero Frags ended up rotating, but I don't think Essentials created enough for forcing them to rotate. It was a voluntary choice from the side of Zero Frags. It should have been a forced one.
I see what you're pointing at. And I believe, yes, it should have been a first one, trying to make Essentials that bit uneasy onto what choices they have in terms of sites. But eventually, I believe at the end, it's going to be Zero Frags yet again, controlling and dominating. Smoke right in front of the faces of a Batman, and he's going to be forced to rotating onto a different side altogether. But look at the way Essential is playing. They already have the control towards a half wall, and they can easily go ahead and give that surprise element onto the opponents. Raze, he was waiting around
Oh,
the corner,
goodness.
lingered that bit too much. And Cypher on the other corner, he has managed to shut down Summer, which means the smoke is not going to see the living dawn of the daylight.
The Ares is definitely helping a bit, but there's still an equality in numbers right now. There isn't a lot of advantage in the side of Essentials, and that's sad because they have much better weaponry. Nonetheless, there's an Ares, there's Spectators. there's quite a good, load out there for the side of Essentials. I would expect them to take this one home, but the recovered weaponry itself is doing magic for the side of ZeroFrags. Batman is gonna get one more, and now it's last one remaining. Chase, will he be able to chase the other two players out? ZeroFrags. Batman does not have enough HP, and I think he is gonna try to bait himself to get this frag.
That's secondary.
Oh,
All about the primary
no.
thought. Because I'm
Doesn't have to
Batman.
get baited. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't have to. He's even pointing out that here's another weapon. Just go ahead, pick the Bulldog. It's going to create a lot of difference. And that kind of difference is already seen on the scoreboard. Double digit has been hit by ZeroFrags. And the previous round was very vital, where Essentials could not figure out what's going to happen to them. Right now, the economy yet again in tatters. It has been in shambles for a really long time. Whether it be in attack side, whether it be in defense so early into the round, it started out working for them.
Essentials economy looks like my bank balance. It's non-existent. Doesn't really support you at all in life, I'll tell you that. And from experience, I feel for Essentials, but then again, ZeroFrags, they're doing really good and they deserve all that they're getting. In the meanwhile, Chase, oh my god, the timing for Chase could be really bad. Oh, he survives, he survives. If Batman had peaked, Chase wouldn't survive, and well, if not Batman, then F Noob it's gonna be. Somebody's gotta pick that head off.
Batman
Oh,
yet
Cypher is
again.
not safe. Ooh!
No, he's not. Summer
face.
also joins into the fray. The action seems intense. And Pew Pew, rubble control. I don't think so they can get it that easily. Summer, what was that shot? A thing to the head and that's all. Deleted. F-Nu way too low on HP. It's all about those wall banks, but location is still hidden. Two players, they don't have the abilities to go ahead and reveal anyone's location at this point of time. It's only the breach that can go ahead and give some aftershocks and get some man count disadvantage dealt onto ZeroFrags. But here's the point, right, Kriti, which you had pointed earlier on, which is ZeroFrags, whenever they win, they have that man count onto their name, and 5 man strong is what they're looking like.
Exactly, and I'm like, 3 of them have very little HP. They shouldn't be alive. They literally shouldn't be, but they are. And that's what matters, because now they are gonna have all their weaponry with them. Not like they need that added money, but they have it nonetheless. Please show me an operator. I'm waiting for it. Yes, I'm asking for it from the attacking side. Sue me for that, but I want to see an operator now that they have that much money in their banks. Look at the creds they have.
Credits a lot. Credit where credit is due as well. The performance is speaking volumes.
It is. It is. Oh, just a couple more rounds is all that ZeroFrags needs. But if Essentials plays their cards right, they might just be able to steal the meal. They might just be able to, like, get themselves 9 rounds in a row. Call it a 13-11 with their victory. Am I hoping too much? Is it wishful thinking? Might be, I don't know.
Oh, I wouldn't mind if there's a comeback in this game. I wouldn't mind at all.
Absolutely.
With the likes of
ZeroFrags would though.
ZeroFrags is playing. I believe that they will mind it a lot because they're earning all of the rounds. Here it goes. They had a man count disadvantage, but now it's all equalized. And levels is what we're gonna see from every single one of the players. Cypher, currently blind as a bat. He's gonna head towards one of the corners. There's still an execution coming from the likes of ZeroFrags. The smoke was a bit late, and Summer, in the midst of all of that, has been picked off. Neat.
Okay, Batman is not giving up, and well, neither should he. Gets the spike, doesn't get the time or the space to move about. So, blame Einstein, but this is relatively not so good for the side of ZeroFrags.
Indeed. It's not good for them at all.
Not like they would care though.
It's a vast difference already. It's like climbing a Mount Everest at this point of time for the likes of Essentials to even go ahead and get those rounds onto their corner. So, like it or not, Even though ZeroFrags is messing up a round or two, it doesn't matter to them. They will still be able to manage to get that bank balance onto their name and then still go ahead and get the future rounds. Technical pause. Want to know what just happened here?
Hmm. Who did the pause come from? Did it come from its Ash?
Oh,
That
I
thing is
see
way too
Fade
low to
going
be
ahead.
real.
I see Fade going ahead and looking at some. Yeah, he's watching a stream. Let's go. Watching at the way some mistakes are happening here and there. See, technical pause doesn't matter. At the end, it's about how you can go ahead and fix your mistakes. And that's what Fade is doing currently. Love it. Love the presence of mind.
Absolutely. Yep. And being an initiator, definitely a role that requires you to know exactly what the move is from the opposite side so that you can actually go ahead and capitalize on it. So absolutely loving the determination to go ahead and seize this, and the fact that they haven't lost hope yet. The fact that they're still looking at ways on how to seal this deal for themselves. I'm liking it. There might be a turnaround. You never know. You never know. This is Lotus, and they have come onto the defensive side. Plus, if you notice, I do know it's a low. I do know it's
Mhm.
a low economy round, but
Okay.
a judge is amazing on Lotus. There's so many places where the entryway is so narrow. A judge can literally annihilate you.
You're going to hate me when I say this. Judge on Neon.
I already hate you, but oh, oh, yeah, I hate you
Judge on a
even more than
Neon
I.
is gonna just shatter the hopes. And if because I'm Batman just decides on doing that, chooses the path of carnage, well, I
I
would be
like
more
how
than
you
happy.
know. I like how you have already, somewhere undertone told us that there might be a frag coming onto Pew Pew. His weapon might get stolen by someone who's already having a better weapon to begin with.
Stolen is an
And
understatement. I would say annihilated.
all right, fine. I'll take your word for it just because you want to sound cooler with having better words. Nice upgrade to the vocabulary. But yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
uh, I do believe that Essentials can actually go ahead and give Zero Frags a bigger run for the money. Right now, as you mentioned, it looks like a climb to the Mount Everest, right?
Yep.
I believe if Essentials is going to be able to acquire more and more area for themselves, they might be able to, turn this around. There isn't as much difference when it comes to the overall, lookout of the agent composition on both the sides, right? We do
Right.
have Fade as the initiator on both sides. It's almost similar. There's just a difference in duelist, which in my opinion, they have the better duelist. Essentials have the better duelist when it comes to a map like this, because you do want more and more firepower in your hands, and Raze brings that to our arsenal. Not only that, when it comes to the Sentinel, I have always been dicey about it, but yes, as a cipher, you would be able to see a lot of locations down. I would appreciate seeing cipher lock down site B completely, because in site B, once there's a smoke at the entry point, it's very difficult to see an attacking team trying to actually wait that out and then push into side B, because side B is very easy to come back into from both sides. So maybe seal off side B, wait for the attackers to try and push that, while there's 2 to 3 players on side C and A respectively. Cover more and more area, because once you have players coming in from both those edges trying to squeeze you in, you might be forced to be pushed towards side B, which will already be fortified by Cypher gadgets. So I think that could be one way for Essentials to go ahead. But then again, at the end, no matter what you do, if you're going to fail in those aim duels, you might not be able to make it.
Well, for a second, I was thinking that if they're going to get squeezed way too hard, then they might turn into a diamond. That's one of the cases. Other than
Oh,
that,
yes.
I believe that Cypher, because of the entire lineup of the attackers for now, which is Zero Frags, it's looking good. Imagine there was a Jet. Imagine there was a Raze in their team. They could have easily nullified the entire tripwire itself. Tripwire, excuse me, what? It wouldn't matter. So here's the situational awareness that the entire team had from the likes of Essentials, that they knew for a fact that the entire team is not going to pick any of these agents. So yeah, lucky them. But on the other corner, I would say KJ is a really, really strong agent here. You can go ahead, not only fortify and seal, you can put in your nano swarms, which deals a lot of damage other than just a click of concussion and just a chip of HP damage. That's all you can get from the tripwires. And yes, information revealed, that's true. But overall, it's about those turrets as well. The sixth man to your arsenal. And turrets, the pew pew shots which it lands, it of course takes out a lot of damage. Yes, the real pew pew. Which means that the team was ready for all of these things. And I'm liking the odds of both the sides. But eventually, ZeroFrags have already refined it to the point where they're getting those rounds. On the other corner, well, it's still Essentials thinking what needs to be done. And this timeout, I hope that it's going to aid them. It's not a timeout, to be honest. It's a technical pause. I hope it aids them and brings them back into the action really soon.
I hope the same. But yeah, I mean, I do want to, understand what's exactly going wrong from the side of Essentials. For me, it's obviously, if you look at it from the, layman terms, from the complete surface, it's definitely how they are dealing with the whole game. They are literally going in aggressively. They are taking it one moment at a time, which is fine. But again, this is not just a shooter game. This is a game which requires strategy. There has to be technique. There has to be, a path to follow. It's like chess. You're not playing one after the other, but you're still thinking 3 moves ahead. You have to, if you really want to convert it into a victory. And I think Essentials is lacking that foresight when it comes to deciding on what needs to be done next.
They're playing it like ranked. You cannot play a tournament like ranked games. And like you mentioned, right, the way the enabling of the race is not happening again and again.
Yes.
That's the biggest hindrance. Second, there's no one to go ahead and even support her. I mean, where the support comes through. I have seen teams that have played so marvelously. For example, they have a breach, they have raise, satchel yourself, head towards the other side. The moment you breach or you concuss a player, you get that trade on an instance or jiffy or whatever you want to call. So those quick trades are not seen. The confidence in fight is not seen. And those are the places where Essentials is lacking. So the team coordination, chemistry is one of the things which they need to build up as well. So that in games like these, you can go ahead and communicate. Like, I have just gone ahead and used the breach stun. Go, peek, get that kill. And I remember from my ranked matches where I was breach at one point of time and I didn't have frags at all. Did not, nada. But my race was well fed. She was buffed. She was looking like a mammoth. 15, 16 in like, 7-8 rounds down the line. So that's beautiful start already.
Absolutely. I don't know if Raze is going to take that as a compliment because we don't like being called mammoths, excuse me. And you're welcome. I carried your ass. That's okay. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't the Raze, okay? Okay, I'm always the sage. I'm the sage who's very sad when ISO pulls me into his ultimate because I'm just scared. I'm a scared little sage. But yeah, coming back to your point. Absolutely, the communication is so essential. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
1, Essentials is missing it. 2, ZeroFrags doesn't need it. It seems like they are such a well-functioning machine. They are so well-oiled. It seems like they are extensions of each other and they already know what's going on. The moment they see one of the players is picked off, they know exactly how to rearrange themselves and, move forward into the game. I wouldn't say that this is exactly the game style that's gonna put you directly into the, official tournaments and get you exactly radiant. But it's definitely very well functioning for the current situation. Like the communication, the fact that they don't require it, the fact that they are that well, accustomed with each other's game, it just speaks volumes to itself.
Yes, and look at that. Quick on that W button, just heading towards the side. The spike is also going to reach, and there comes the ultimate as well to check those corners and get the control. F noob! My God, someone stop him.
A lot of people are trying. Let's see if they're going to be successful though, because this round seems to be marking the end, the beginning of the end. for the side of Essentials. Look
Smart.
at how they're barraging the side. Essentials are not finding an entry point. Fade has finally been able to get a frag for himself, but won't be able to move in just yet. Oh,
Ouch. F
He
Noob
vacated.
still in sight. He's taking the command, he's taking the control, and the rotation has come through as well. A has been marked from the likes of the defenders as well, but the swiftness, the accuracy, the
seconds left.
agility at which Batman is holding this angle,
Oh,
he will
goodness.
definitely get that kill. Fade for now has to fade away, but
oh,
at the other
Spike
corner as well,
down A.
Neolin, he did make a big blunder here. 2v2 is what the situation looks like, and Batman is very low on HP.
Lionel needed to be just a little bit further away. Just a little bit further away. Will be able to get the spike. Will be able to plant it. Behind the back of Pew Pew. No, won't be. Oh, look at his reflexes though. Ran out
What
of
on
time.
earth did I just see?
Definitely played well.
Yeah. That
How did
man.
he survive?
Even I have no idea. I believe
Well,
he
it was
found
a
his
dark
Robin.
time and he rose again. Could be.
We both had something to say about Batman.
Yes. I think he's gonna be upset with us just, doing so much wordplay around him and not letting him play instead. So
30 seconds
we,
left.
if we see a name change by the next time we come here for another Showdown Series season, don't blame us.
Yeah.
Okay, blame us. Okay, fine, never mind.
You know what would be the bad part? Us telling Avengers I have assembled. And there's
Oh
a typo
no!
at Batman.
Oh no! Oh no!
As these people are taking
I
a
wouldn't do
tactical
that to
timeout,
DC.
we would also like to take a timeout with ourselves on thinking onto what and all we need to bring into the picture. But eventually, it is going to be essentials, right? Good round altogether.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, I see. This is the thing. Essentials is winning rounds. It's not like they're not. But are they winning those crucial moments that we're gonna see at the end of the match? Doesn't seem like it. Those crucial moments are going towards the side of ZeroFrags. And that's not only making them win more rounds altogether, but also making them win the hearts of the audience. Like from the last round, yes, there were two people from Essentials. I don't know which two. It was ZeroFrags Batman along them.
Stealing the thunder is what they're trying to
Exactly.
say, right?
Yep. I didn't
Lionel?
say it because Thor doesn't belong to DC.
Okay. Okay, I see what he did there. Moving forward, Lionel still wants to become Messi here. Fnu on the other corner. Yet again, this man has some plan, but he did chase the dreams away far from ZeroFrags to even get that round onto the name. It's Ash, did retaliate, but eventually the man count advantage is still with Essential.
Placing swamp.
Oh no. The numbers are being shifted. There's multiple ultimates coming in from the side of Essentials, and that makes me scared for them, as I mentioned earlier as well. Because I don't trust this team once they start using their ultimates. They just become very, very rough, very uncalculated. However, the plant is going to go in. There's a good use of utility from the side of Fate, but it's not going to result into much. There is no intel on the side of Essentials anymore. They know exactly where the
big.
plant is, but they're not going to be able to get the frags. This could be the match point for the side of ZeroFrags, but it won't be because the judge is going to announce death row for the side of ZeroFrags.
He was carrying that for a really long time. He was like,
He
it's all
was.
right, let me just keep it in my arsenal. I don't mind, it doesn't matter. But the moment the Rolling Thunder came in, I thought he was one of the key persons that can go ahead and be taken right off. 2v2 was the
True that.
scenario, but the judge, my oh my. Because of Batman, even he fumbled. He's like, wait a second,
Yup.
that's a judge.
whole
I cannot
spray.
mess with that.
The whole spray. It was a prayer unanswered. However, yet another morning, yet another game.
You should run.
Let's see how this round turns around. The lockdown, very well placed. It is gonna give a lot of room, and look at Batman just creating more and more space for himself. There's no way there's an entry possible for the side of Essentials unless that showstopper comes into play. That could be a very crucial one because it's going to be necessary to be able to clear out this area before marching into the side.
Now, there's even Batman. He has his ultimate as well. And if he goes berserk, we all know what will happen. Yes, that was a perfect timing to bring it in. One by one, he did do a bit of a chip damage here, but eventually
Player standing.
the entire team, they have already crumbled. They were waiting on the point of contact itself. And the defuse, it has been stick through. Chase, he's not going to stop at all. Like, it doesn't matter, man. He has a sheriff. I have my teammate. Let me just go ahead and do this.
Finally, a round from Essentials that I can be proud of. This is beautifully done. Very well executed. It was so important for Race to be able to land that showstopper, get those frags, make sure that the area is clear for entry for the side of Essentials. And the timing there, the moment that frag was taken in, 3 players from the side of Essentials instantly marched into the side, got control, took back what belonged to them, and were able to defuse the spike. Very well executed. Now they just need to do the same thing 5 more times.
Ooh. Snappy. Raise. Mantra advantage given. ZeroFrags still trying to find that zero opportunity to head towards the side. F-Noob, this time the mid-endeavor is not going to work. And he's also going to be taken right off. Batman being sneaky, but he's being shot at the same time as well through the smoke.
Through that,
Bring them down.
there is still way too much information for the side of Essentials to be able to hold this. But look at ZeroFrag. They are trying to, get Essentials to dump all the utility they have so that they can recapture the situation. And look at Batman. Numbers are equalized. But there's still going to be an ultimate advantage for the side of Essentials. I don't think that's going to bother ZeroFrags a lot. But now Essentials is getting more and more closer to a comfort zone. So let's see how ZeroFrags is going to be able to convert this.
Side
30
on the
seconds
check, and shots been taken. This is smart. Pew still sitting in that corner, has the ultimate to go ahead and do something, and he will do as well. The moment he's going to release that, it's going to be Batman around the corner, just making things worse. It's a post plant yet again, and I believe the odds for the likes of S is a lot at stake.
One enemy remaining.
Satchel taken, but eventually the angles, it's going to be Cypher winning it. It's Ash. He was so close for hitting that headshot, but the last moment crouch, Cypher, he definitely won that one.
Lionel wanted to be messy this time around, but he messed up instead. This could have been literally a victory. This could have literally been a victory. It was ZeroFrags round, but the moment Lionel was taken out, it didn't seem like it would be, brought back from that. This was a beautiful moment from the side of Batman. Loved it the way the execution went through. Absolutely a fan already of both the
Why did he
Batmans.
crouch? I'm just thinking, it's Ash. He had that window of opportunity. All he had to do was keep his aim true, stand straight, not sit. The moment he sat, his shots just messed up. Timeout being taken, and ZeroFrags have not seen them in this situation. But look at the comeback game being so strong from S. It's just 3 more rounds. Earlier on, it was 7, and now it's 3. At the end, I believe it was a 9-3 curse.
Might very well have been, because the scoreline went all the way to 10-3 and then... Oh no, wait, 9-3. 9-3 and then 11-4. But yeah. Still a long run, still a long run. Oh, I could hear that cat mew.
Yeah. Seems like all the developers in Valorant are becoming more creative with the stickers.
They've always been.
Indeed.
But yeah.
Moving forward.
Coming back to the round. Exactly. Okay. You got your judge yet again, Pew Pew. Nobody's gonna mess with you. They already know. They already know. ZeroFrags knows this is not the area to barge into. They're gonna respectfully bow down and walk away. Or are they not? Are they really gonna take this risk? I don't think they should. This judge has punished them before. They shouldn't do this again. Yeah, good decision. I like the positioning of FNoob. Might
Here's
be
the thing,
crucial.
right?
Yeah,
The control of the tree is already gone. That
true
is the
that.
only place you can even do something about and head towards the site. It's mid, of course. Moving further, it's all
Oh.
about the perfect execution as well. Summer, yet again, as we all can see, he was busy looking at the staircase and he was taken down. Pew Pew, around that corner, yet again. And right in front of him was
30 seconds
Batman.
left.
But will he still take the gamble and head forward?
I would not contest people on the other side of a smoke. And that's something I would want to see from the side of ZeroFrags as well, because they are, it seems,
Oh,
becoming
wow.
a little more comfortable than they should be,
Good night.
resulting in bad results. But well, not like they would care yet again, because now it's a 1v4. Can we call it now? Can we call it now? It's a 12-9. Can we?
It's a 12-9. Yes, we can call it in.
Thank you.
Chase, as far as he's concerned with the situation, he can get a frag or two. But looking at the way the angles were being perfectly executed, one lower angle, one upper angle, he could only take one fight at a time. But the trade-off, equally good. ZeroFrags, well, they have two big ultimates. One Nightfall and the other one Aftershock. So getting the site will be a walk in the park. But moreover, if they want to go ahead and get that intel game, then they need to use Nightfall after the plant is already done.
True that. I think, I definitely believe Rolling Thunder is going to be one of the very important, victory points for the side of ZeroFrags. However, considering how their gun game goes, there's definitely a lot of potential in the Nightfall as well. However, from the other side, Essentials has their own Nightfall as well. The Rolling Thunder has already been deployed, and at the same time, they have gotten themselves another ultimate on the Omen from the shadows.
The shadows. Nightmare taken from one end and the other end also. The receiving end is going to be a bit more difficult here. And FNoob, he's holding the angles, picture perfect, just not allowing anyone to move through rubble. Has a turret as well, he can appoint it, but nope, he wanted to go ahead for the
sheriff.
point of contact. 3v3, hero theft. This is the time you can go ahead and invest it. Pew Pew gets another frag. Summer, he's gone already. Batman, last moment he thought about using his utilities. Why would he do that? And there goes the round. A heavily
Zero
invested round gone.
Yup, ZeroFrags had this. They literally did, and I don't know why they started scrambling that quickly. They just had to hold the site a little more. They just got way too excited to go ahead and actually pick fights, even after the plant was down. You had 4 people alive in your post-plant situation. You did not have to peek the angles until you were being pushed, because you were gonna be pushed. They were gonna enter the site. There was no other option for the side of Essentials. I don't get it. I don't get it. They literally had a good thing and they gave it away.
Looks like they have found their play date. Summer. Get it in hand. Oh boy, situations yet again dicey, and he's gonna be the first one to fall. Alright, he's not. He did manage to get one.
Remaining.
360. What were you thinking, Pew Pew?
Yeah, no. I don't believe we're watching the same match. Before the first half, before the second half, it was a whole different thing. Since the second half, it's a whole different thing. I'm seeing so much unthought move from both the sides in the second half, while the first half was at least calculated from one side. Should we start calling it a defender-sided map? Because the defenders are winning, clearly.
It's mistakes. It's mistakes what are happening from the attackers. Both the ends, Essential, when they were in attack side, they were not able to execute it that well. And same goes for ZeroFrags as well.
So it's a
Lotus
not
is a
mistake-sided
beautiful
map.
map.
And
Yes,
it is.
it's not a mistake-sided map. Yes. Very well said. Raze calculatively just putting the boom bot there, trying to get that information whether players are there or not. But right now they're gonna get,
Oh,
how many players were waiting around that corner in that lobby.
wow.
Raze, getting the third on board already. And now it just seems like it's an easy peasy 12-12 on board.
Did they spawn all 5 or it was just 2 from the beginning? Because those frags came in way too early for it to be called a game.
Last player standing. Spike
What
down.
on
Oh,
earth
look at that.
am I looking at? ZeroFrags, all of a sudden, their fragging potential is gone.
Did you look at that? Essentials just trying to
Switching
flex at this moment. They were like,
Overtime.
okay, yeah, this is the last round anyways. Went ahead, invested the Rolling Thunder after everyone was killed. Absolutely, why not? Yeah, sure. I would have. But
She
this...
was moonwalking right in front of Batman. And I believe that's where Batman got distracted.
True.
Last player standing.
But Essentials are definitely taking everything I say to heart. They got themselves quite a few crucial moments altogether now.
It's like, even I want the lamplight.
Man,
Why should
have
Zero
all of
Frags
it.
have all the fun?
Have all of it. All right. Now 2 rounds consecutively is what they need. Whichever team comes in. I thought a comeback was difficult, but it seems like they literally have pulled it all the way to an overtime. Essentials are definitely working hard on their game right now. But again, ZeroFrags, the amount of area they take under control on defense, oh my god.
Bomb buddy out.
This is land monopoly. They have all the property.
Land monopoly. No man's land. That's what they have already told Essentials. Do not move further. If you do, the nano swarms are gonna be capturing you alive.
Trespassing not allowed.
Angles being contested. And it seems like a very small coop for 4 people inside. The angles,
Down.
it's perfect. Raze just going ahead and exploiting so many bodies there. Shots after shots.
One enemy
Fragging
remaining.
definitely has seemed good for Ascension, but it's about time. It's about time that ZeroFrags can unleash themselves.
And that they very well did. They very well did. But now comes the side that hasn't worked really wonders for the side of ZeroFrags. So are they gonna be able to frag out this one? Oh, a timeout.
Before that, there's a
yet again.
timeout.
Yep. 1 whole minute for them to decide what to have for lunch after this. I mean, what strategy to use to play this.
Stretching, reconsidering, talking to each other. The tactical timeout is important. It will definitely destroy the momentum of ZeroFrags. We have seen it happen before as well. And right now, Essential is in defense. So their defense needs to be perfect. Else, ZeroFrags are going to take this map onto their name. And all the effort that Essentials have put till the end, bringing the game to an overtime, it'll be gone.
True that. The clock as it ticks to 0 on this timeout, it's also calling out for what comes next. A potential last round as well as a potential lifesaver. Could be either one. Could be either one. What do you want it more to be?
There.
Do you want it to be ZeroFrags who wins this round or Essentials? I do not
I
want
wanna
a
be less
diplomatic
biased.
answer. I do not want a diplomatic answer.
I want to be less biased towards the entire situation. It can
I want
go...
ZeroFrags to win so we can go to the next map.
Okay.
I'm waiting for
Very
Icebox.
straightforward. Very
Yeah.
straightforward. It can be Essentials as well, judging
It
by the
can
way
be.
they're performing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Again, I'm not saying it can't be Essentials. I'm just saying I want to go to Haven now and then to Icebox because Icebox. Come on. But yeah, as the game stands, let's see who is gonna be able to win this. There is definitely a quick entry coming in. Okay, they noticed the
No
tripwire.
way. No
Batman,
way.
though. Oh no. Would have been better to not notice the tripwire, but yet still notice the man standing in front of you with a gun.
Unil needs to get the situation under control now. Man count disadvantage is what they're facing. Summer, he's shining, and F-Noob has joined into the fray again. This is the moment for them to go ahead and rekindle, getting the first map onto their name. It is gonna be ZeroFrags with a scoreline of 14-12. Well, it was about
I was
time.
supposed to jinx.
You were about to jinx. Wow, okay.
I was
It was
supposed to
about
jinx,
time.
but it didn't work.
Cool. So, moreover, the entire angle, the way the contestant was going forward, ZeroFrags, they were showcasing a lot of potential till the end. 11 was one of the point at which they had gotten those rounds onto their name, but later on the comeback was amazing by Essential. This for sure showcases a lot of firepower from their end as well, but moving forward in a different map, not in Lotus per se.
Absolutely. And now I feel like towards the second half of this map, they have found their own grounding, and Essentials are completely in control of how they're moving forward. They
Right.
did not end up, repeating the same mistakes that they had towards the first half of the map, where they were just like, being outrageous and just rebellious towards the game. But now that they have that under control, now that they have their dots placed in perfect places, I think Haven might be a different story. It might not be as one sided towards the beginning or towards the end, and it might just be a mixture of both the teams just coming up and showing up at the spot for each other. However, Essentials should win Haven, shouldn't they? Because like Icebox, right? Like
Right.
Icebox. Yeah. It's too hot. It's summer. We need Icebox. It's still summer.
Indeed.
It
Already
didn't rain.
it's monsoon coming at the very least. We still need the winter to come soon. And moving further, we are gonna look into Haven. Haven three-sided map yet again and again. There is a situation. It's gonna be dicey. That's a
Yes.
situation for the likes of Essentials. ZeroFrags, they have been doing really good, significantly good. Three-sided map in the first one, they did tackle all the hurdles, no matter how tough the situation got, they somehow managed to win it. But moving forward, will Essentials go ahead and allow this for the second time? Because if they do, then this BO3 is a sealed deal.
Absolutely, and I am definitely waiting to see how that turns around because yet, again, a 2-0 is not what I'm looking forward for. I would definitely want to see the third map come into play, but yeah, it could still be the case. And if it is, then there's a lot of homework that is pending for the side of Essentials for them to be able to, go ahead and actually show up to this occasion. But yeah, towards the end, not only did Essentials show up in the game, but they also showed up with some crucial moments. So let's look at all of them from both the teams.
From crutches to 1v1s, we're gonna see it all. Summer, well, there was a beautiful wall bang, but later on, we did see the entire boat just carrying forward, sailing from 9-3, and then eventually drowning at one point of time. But yeah, these are the golden moments for the likes of ZeroFrags. Getting all of those rounds were very vital. Summer did showcase a lot of fragging potential alongside Batman. He did slide across and did a lot of damage.
Yeah, not only to the opposite team, but also to his own teammate because Summer was supposed to get an ace there. Backman just slid in and he was like, no, not today. Took away that. But yeah, he did come in with a lot more towards the game because there was way too much, correlation between Batman and Summer just going ahead and giving each other all the support that's required, going ahead and getting as many frags as they could squeeze in. But yes, this was quite a difficult round. It was supposed to be a ZeroFrags round, which just slipped out of their hands yet again. Just like many more towards the second half.
But there's one thing I would like to highlight. The way Essentials just brought in that comeback.
Oh yes.
It was a big game from them. they did what they could do the best, but at the end, it is what it is. 14 to 12. Eventually, they did lose the pace, but here's where they gained the momentum, getting those rounds till the ninth, and then later on, even an equalizer. For a second, I thought it is impossible to do it against ZeroFrags, but ZeroFrags, yet again, the way they were taking the entire situation down. For example, this itself, the judge play from Pew Pew was superb, and that's where you get the 7th on board. From then onwards, it was just it was a run. It was a run from the likes of Essentials.
Exactly, and then there was this Raze entry, which was just amazing. 3 early frags for the side of the Raze. Must be coming up very soon. Very soon. It's supposed to be in the next few rounds, but yeah, such a fantastic entry for the side of Essentials, specifically in a moment of need, nonetheless, because they really needed to squeeze those rounds in, and I think this the round right after it is the one for it.
Yeah.
This was
Right
just
after
ZeroFrags
this-
giving themselves away. Yeah.
Exactly. There was some here and there moments where even Batman could not get his decision making right, and he just brought out his ultimates or abilities at the middle of the battle. So yeah, here and there were some off-putting situations for the likes of ZeroFrags, but at the end they did pull off in the first map itself. I want to go ahead and see the second map. It's yet again going to be a 3-sided map, and the way the meta has been so far, Sova has always come into the picture alongside Omen.
Absolutely.
So these two agents are for sure gonna be there. But other than that, whether they're gonna pick Cypher yet again or KJ is a question which I would still be asking them.
Yoru. Pick Yoru.
Yoru?
It's Haven. Pick Yoru. I mean, Essentials, you're watching the stream. Pick Yoru. Pick Yoru. Yoru is
But
essential
Yoru-
on a map like Haven. You can
Yeah,
actually
but
play around with him quite a lot.
Practicality is one of the things, right? Indian roster is not ready for Yoru plays. To be very honest, they are not ready for those Yoru plays. We have seen some top tier teams go ahead and pull that off. That is T1, but this is just your like, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man who's trying to learn and adapt to whatever metas are there currently.
Auzora, I ask you to pick a team and you want to be diplomatic there, and then you go ahead and you say Indian roster is not ready for Yoru. Yes. Very soon, I would request the producer to very soon send us on a break. I have a bone to pick with Auzora already. Like, how could you? How could you? Alright, there comes the call. We'll see you right across the break with the scorecard. So see you on the other side. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot to serve.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
All right, we are back once again into the action. This BO3 has already taken some weird turns. The first game itself, we have seen an overtime, and in that overtime, it was ZeroFrags who took that victory. The first three-sided map is done. The second three-sided map is yet to come. Ahana, what do you think? Haven, who's gonna take it?
I want it to be Essentials so that we can go to the third map. As I mentioned like a million times already, I want to see Icebox. I love Icebox. Can't fight with that. But yeah, if you ask actually calculatively,
Mhm.
I'll just drop the ball here and be like, I feel like ZeroFrags is gonna take this. But let's hope for the best results.
Well, true, we are hoping for the best itself. In the previous game itself, we could see some really good potential from Essentials. The comeback was too good to be true, but at the end, those mistakes did cost them a lot. Yes, I'm also going to think that, okay, if this map goes well for them, then they can head towards the perfect map, which is Icebox. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for as well.
Absolutely. And I mean, on the map of Haven, it's a little more, calculative. It's very textbook, but it's also a little more calculative. You cannot just rage
True.
indirectly, as there was a lot of that in the first half of the last map. But yes, we'll see evidence of it in the scorecard because there's going to be a huge number of kills showing up all across the board. There we have
For
it.
those skills,
Are you
yep,
kidding?
it did matter. Pew Pew did Pew Pew. Wow. I love to see whenever he Pew Pews.
Okay. There's 25 kills coming in from Batman. But when it comes to the ACS, there's a bigger number coming in from the side of F-Noob.
And that's how he capitalized. That's how he did. He was
Yes.
again and again being the KJ. He was heading towards mid. He was getting those early frags, giving the advantage to the team. And yes, it is evident. ACS of 281, first kills being 6. Mind you, he's a sentinel, not an initiator or a duelist. He's neither
Exactly.
of those, but still having 6 kills is big for him. On the other corner, it was Essential as well, showcasing their A game, having an ACS of 246 is what we can see on Pew Pew, and he did bring in that difference for the entire team. But eventually, like we all have told multiple times, it's a team game. If you play individually good as well, it doesn't matter. It's your team which needs to complement you whenever you are popping off.
Yes. And as you and I are a team as well, you're very smart. See, I complimented you. Anyways, going forward
Wow.
into I just wanted to do that. Forgive me. But yeah, as we were talking in the earlier games as well, Azura, it
Mhm.
seems like ZeroFrags has literally become a single unit, and they are literally, revolving around each other in a much more fluid way. There's much more coordination between the teammates. I'm not seeing the same coming in from the side of Essentials, but towards the second half, we did start seeing people trying to refrag for each other. It still does not show exactly coordination or communication as much, but it's a start. It's a start compared to what they had in the first half. So let's see if their improvement chart just keeps on growing exponentially, then Haven just might become their map.
Haven might as well become their map. But Haven is one of the places the three-sided map has not been favoring them quite some time over here. But F-Noob for sure has stolen that thunder. He has brought in that perfect flavor into the picture. Looking at the damage as well, it is speaking volumes that this man has not stepped down in any of the fights. He has taken it, he has won it, and he has proven to be lethal for the likes of ZeroFrags.
True that. And I mean, I see the damage number on F-Noob and I'm so happy. That's my career damage in my whole history of playing Valorant. It's nice. We're on the same
Impressive.
page.
Impressive
Yes.
numbers.
Very. But no, absolutely. F-Noob, the way he was holding the fort down for the team, and that's exactly what you expect from the Sentinel. He was doing a good job at it. And also, every single time that he came back from a lurk or tried to find a backstab position, he was doing quite a good job, except for that one time when he was supposed to get the frag and it just missed out. Didn't result into much. But yeah, that was just one time out of so many that presented themselves.
Indeed, MVP for sure for the map. Lotus is already long gone. The second one coming up real soon. It is gonna be Haven. and I just want to focus on one thing more. That is the pick, the entire selection, the agent selection, the meta at which the entire thing is gonna be working on.
True that. But yeah, there's definitely a very textbook lineup of agents that shows up on the map of Haven. You and I both know that there's definitely gonna be a Sova. Maybe if a team tries to really switch things around, they might pick up their Fade in there. There's absolutely gonna
Right.
be Omen. Again, maybe if the team tries to switch things around a little bit, they might pick up an Astra, which has become much more rare in current scenarios. But yes, the one pick that's never changed in all this time has been the Breach. Are you expecting to see the Breach yet again?
Breach, yes, he has been very versatile in multiple maps, especially in three-sided map, giving that advantage, just giving the perfect angle to the duelist to get activated as well. I believe it's gonna be a dual initiator composition coming in from either of the sides, and if they don't pick it, then of course it's gonna be their loss. Eventually, getting the control of one side is again gonna be lethal. Side B, I would say it's very easy for retake, and if a team is planning on planting there, then it's going to be a tough time for them. They need to check multiple corners, multiple angles in that place. KJ is going to help a lot. So a sentinel, KJ will help the entire scenario to look better. But like you mentioned, Astra or Omen, I would go for Omen because Omen is easy to use. He's easy to deploy all those smokes, and later on he has Shrouded Steps, and alongside he has one of the vital utilities, that is to blind the opponents. So those kind of utilities do help a lot in the longer run for the players to go ahead and fiddle around with things. If they're thinking of keeping two players towards site A and controlling it down, then Omen there would help a lot. But yeah, otherwise, if you're planning to fortify multiple sites, then B or Garage is gonna be a perfect place for the Omen to place.
Very insightful, very insightful. And you know Essentials is watching the stream alongside, so you better
Yeah.
not be spoiling things for this side of ZeroFrags. But yeah, going back to the game, I believe that on a map like Haven, you would really want a Vice. Call me a fangirl already. But here's the thing. On Haven, two of the three sites have a very narrow entry point.
True.
And if you have a Vice wall right there, once the attacker has entered in, you close everything down for them. As an attacker, however, if you're using Vice, you can always have your arc, and that can definitely give you a lot of room to explore and clear the angles, as well as blind the
Right.
players that are already available inside the angles to go ahead and get those frags. Because also as an attacker, when you're trying to enter, as I mentioned, there's very narrow entry points, so you have a lot of corners to check. I am desperately wanting to see someone go ahead and pick Vice, because the versatility on that agent is next level, specifically on a three-sided map. You want a sentinel who can support your duelist alongside the information that comes in from the initiator. So I am definitely wanting to see Vice come into play here, but if that doesn't happen, then we have the textbook picks. Not even
Yeah,
KJ?
we
Are you
have
kidding me?
yeah, we have the textbook picks. F Noob just going ahead. He's gonna be taking Cypher alongside Eminem. So both of them are gonna have the perfect time in this map. Jet on the other corner will give a lot of room for the defenders to go ahead and become the attackers in the next following round, next half. But attackers, for sure, they need to capitalize at the first half itself. So there's where the problem is gonna lie on them. Dual initiator setup from both the corners, and I am pretty impressed by the lineup, whichever they have chosen. So it's their forte. It's about how you can go ahead and execute. But like last time, I believe this time it's not going to be that easy for the Neon to go ahead and pop off.
True that. But yes, again, unlike last time, this time is definitely gonna give a lot of room for operator use, which is gonna result into very fruitful success. So I think the economy on this particular map becomes much more essential than it was on Lotus, because
Right.
an operator not only will give you the opportunity to have a single shot kill, but also a lot of entry opportunities. Plus, you have agents that are going to be able to successfully execute that as well. Whether you take Neon or you take Jet, both are going to be pretty hands-on with an operator. So I think from the start itself, from the get-go itself, there's going to be a huge demand for being able to maintain that economic stability, so that you can go ahead and spend into a weapon that costly.
And defenders will very well go ahead and do that as well. Getting a site control, especially in a map where there are three sites. So earlier on, shutting the opponent is going to result in a really good situation for them. But right now, let's just focus on the pistol round. And let's see whether ZeroFrags this time around, whether they will capitalize or not. Batman, what an initiation. Pew Pew has already been taken right off, but Sova, good retaliation on his end.
Absolutely, absolutely. I am seeing quite a lot of firepower coming in from the side of ZeroFrags. They already have their numbers down. There's one single player remaining, but Eminem, he's been having a candy time, but that candy land is gonna be destroyed by F Noob. Will they be able to plant? Nah, they're not even trying anymore. Those extra credits are not on the books for them.
It's not on the books, and for sure you cannot see in the account as well. But Spectators are one of the things which they can go ahead and earlier on itself run around, mow the opponents down, and get that money for the next following round. ZeroFrags getting the pistol for sure will make things easy for them, but Essential, what do they have? I would really love to look at their arsenal. Look at the way they have brought in those sheriffs, or are they going completely eco?
I think complete ego would be a good idea for the essentials, but let's see how they're gonna, decide on what weaponry they invest in. Oh, we are seeing some sheriffs. There's a classic coming in from the side of Chase, and he's gonna be classically taken off by a bulldog in that time period. There's an easy entry into side C, an easy plant as well. There's great reinforcement and beautiful side holes for the side of ZeroFrags. There isn't much that can be done from the side of Essentials. All they're gonna do is wait for their inevitable demise.
Shots on point, but still nothing lands. It's just a slight bit of a chip damage. That's pretty much it. Oh, SVN. He thought that he was going cheeky, but eventually he has to depart. One last man standing, Sova. And he also goes down the mere bits and pieces. Second easy round with just one man loss. ZeroFrags, this round is going to be an account. As the money is there for the likes of Essentials to bring in those Vandals and Phantoms.
An initiator on a lurk. I don't get it. I do not get it. You knew everyone was in sight. Yes, absolutely. You did not need location information as much, but you did need a little bit of fear to be engraved in the players of ZeroFrags to be able to go ahead and seize that round. Could have done it with the utilities on Sova, but chose to just send him to the garage. However, there's Essentials coming back into action with their better weaponry, and this time around, they're also having better number of men count on their boards. Let's see how that turns around.
Essential. It'll be very essential for them to not lose any weapons, but yet again, platform, chase, he could not even go ahead and do anything about that one. Good shots altogether. One weapon which has been dropped. It's so far off that nobody can even go ahead and pick it up. Eminem, solo on HP. It's all about those corners. If they know how to go ahead and capitalize that. SVN peeked around the corner, saw all the boys around there, and well, one by one, there was a collateral coming through. Summer being the last man standing. This very well might be the end of it.
Be the SVN to my cipher is what I want to say to anyone that I find in my life. Because the way Cypher was standing there, Eminem did not have any cover, had very little HP, could have literally been taken off if any one of the people even started to try and shoot through the box. But the cover that came in from the side of SVN was not only essential for Cypher and for keeping the ban count up, but also resulted in a loss of 2 people from the side of ZeroFrags. Beautifully done from the side of SVN.
Standing ahead.
Recon dart. Will give a lot of information onto where the opponents are going to be. Lobby is one of the places where they want the control, and they will get it as well. SVN, big mistake right off the bat, and A's side is under siege. Everyone has already started moving, and there might be one man who's lurking around towards mid, and he can capitalize it if he peeks at the right time. Cypher versus Omen. And if Cypher wins, then the smokes are gone. The likes of Essential. This battle, it needs to be counted in. Batman on the other corner did exploit the entire site, and it's going to be a post plant.
Good aggression, good establishment into the side, but yet no cover for the side of Batman. That refrag should have happened instantly almost, but it didn't. However, the numbers are still going to keep climbing up for the side of ZeroFrags. It seems like Sova has nowhere to go anymore. And yet again, being the last one surviving from the side of Essentials, he's just gonna keep finding himself a couple more minutes of survival.
So I had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, but still he chose to be at the Haven. Essential losing that round is for sure gonna bring them down to just Sheriffs and a Martian. SVN, his shots have been connecting all this time, so might as well just go ahead, purchase a weapon which costs around 950 credits. From there on, capitalize on it.
Pew Pew needs to renew very quickly because he's not been getting any frags so far. We need that breach to come into action because that's one of the most essential agents on this map nonetheless. Plus, being on the defensive side, you do require that extra pump from the breach.
What?
And look at that. He just gets taken away with an aftershock nonetheless. Sad demise.
Oh, he was stuck in that corner. Cubby area completely unified. Could not go and do anything about it as well. F Noob right now, he's just making things worse. Side B is completely under the control. They can go ahead and do that as well. They have the man count advantage, and even though some player can head towards the windows, they still can't do anything about it. Last man standing did manage to hit two good shots. What a way to go! 3 big one taps coming in, and this for sure will give a bump to the account that he wants.
Sova. The way that triple kill came in,
Right here.
it definitely did not get them the round, but it has given a round-winning potential to the team nonetheless. Look at Essentials. Now they have Hunter's Fury, which they can use to clear up an area to make sure that there's retaliation from their side to one area. And I think that's going to be one of the essential ultimates that's provided for the team. Oh, the positioning. The positioning
My,
on
my.
Chase is pretty scary.
It is. All he needs to do is random pre-fire. He might catch 2 players, but no.
Timing.
He just did not want to be seen or heard. Chase, he's gonna play it smart.
Oh, no.
But F Noob, even smarter.
Spike
What a
planted.
reflex he had. And there goes the smoke. Ash, for now,
He's far the-
did manage to go that bit on top, but eventually he's gonna fall down as well.
Ash could see the
OB3.
barrel.
Yes, he could.
Still didn't get the frag. How does that happen?
Yeah, if you snooze, you lose.
Do that.
F Noob's location is completely unchecked, and F Noob is definitely gonna get multiple frags here. Operator has been invested on SVN. I don't think so he can take it to the next following round, but Sova did manage to take that, and he's running for his life. And it's gonna help the team for the next following round to hold at least one site completely.
All right, look at that economy. Are you telling me there's gonna be sheriffs and buckies and a stinger with an operator? Am I seeing it right, or do I need to get my LASIK done yet again?
Let's fly.
Might as well get it again.
Okay.
But no, it is what it is. SUN, the previous operator which was saved from the likes of the Sova, is still gonna see another round. And it's all about the angles. It's all about the pixel. The first one being picture perfect. Summer did retaliate. He needs to get more than just one. But eventually, it's only 2 players remaining. 0 frags. This round could have been that bit better, but eventually it's just falling down for them.
That operator results in good numbers. As I told you, there's going to be a lot of operator action that can actually result in fruitful successes in the map of Haven. And that's exactly what we're seeing from the side of Essentials. They have literally turned the round around with that. But the spike is still going to stay in the control of Summer. He can definitely go ahead and plant it, get those extra 300 crits for the team. But a 1v4 post plant on site A. Okay. Being the fact that it's site A does give opportunity, does give you room of possibility of winning this, but not a sure shot, right?
Not a sure shot indeed. SUN.
We only saw that happen with Scary though. Scary from VCT was able to do that. 1v4 post plant, same site, same agent nonetheless. Not for SPN though.
Those times were different. This time it is gonna be SUN. He's making that operator worth every single kill.
That he
Essentials.
is. That he is.
Points on board. 2 points. Still a lot to go. If they want a decent first half being in the defender's side, they need minimum 5 rounds onto their name. It is yet again an attack-friendly map. And how will ZeroFrags even go ahead and capitalize this? Because in the previous one, they could not do much.
Oh no,
Ash,
this
you
operator,
have
they need to
flash
shut it
point.
down. It's enough damage done by one single weapon. It's about time to shut it down. It's about time to shut it down if ZeroFrags wants to see another rising sun. Because otherwise, there's none left for them. Graffiti is where we're seeing the players move in. And the fact is that they're unaware. The defenders are unaware of the positioning of F-Noob. The guy has mastery in sneak plays.
Indeed, Lurk plays F-Noob. In the previous time itself, we could see the Sentinel do a lot of heavy lifting, and right now as well, it's the same thing. Post plant coming in as well. So, yeah, we'll give them some extra credits. Right now, the execution needs to be sublime. F-Noob. Corners did not contest it.
beautiful.
F-Noob. This might be an ace,
Are
and
you
he will get an ace
kidding
as well. Oh my lord. F-Noob. He single-handedly converted the entire round for the favor of ZeroFrags. Look at the start, but look at the end.
He picked up all the pieces of his team members and built a skyscraper out of it. They were zeroed down to dust. But this is how you build back. This is how you come back into the game. Beautifully done, F-Noob. I am mind blown by the way this dude is playing. He has not only won the round but also established himself as more than just a sentinel.
Always has done something different for the team. F-Noob. This time
Oh, the
around, he needs to
timing.
be... Yes, this time around, he needs to be alive. He cannot hit the snooze button. Pew Pew has already surpassed the threshold. He's holding the angle. He's holding the line of sight where the attackers rotate. Once he has already entered, he can call in all the shots. But will he though? Does he have the information that the players are waiting towards side C? Nope. One player seen and deleted.
No!
Pew Pew. He is going for a play, but will he be able to get more than one?
Got 2 in total, but it's still a 3v3. And all 3 fully flushed with ultimates from both the sides. The trigger discipline is gonna pay off for the side of Sova. But Batman still has a 1v2 situation that he can capitalize. Gonna go in for the plant. Gonna get blinded, gonna die between the plant, not gonna get those extra credits or to even be able to stay alive. Ah. And that cat. The cat is sad.
Noob. A man has already mastered the sneakiness, but eventually he got sneaked upon. Sova on the other corner. My oh my, what a play. Batman could just, at the very least, shut him down and get paranoid for a post plant. Could not do much there. They have managed to get the majority of the rounds in the first half. 6-3.
Oh, nonetheless, I believe you, F Noob. I believe you, Batman. He is pissed. And he's back in game. Is he gonna be able to convert this the way he did the last time around? It almost was an ace. He's gotten 2 for himself already, and now it doesn't seem like there's much to remain. 1v5
Spike planted.
for Eminem. Is this a sweet ending for him?
Oh, I believe it's going to be a bitter one. Look at Batman. He's running around, chasing, checking all of those corners. But that final corner, he did not check it at all. It's Ash. The other end is holding the angle down the line, thinking that this is the place where Eminem is going to peak. But nope, it's not. Eminem still lingering around towards the spawn itself. Lionel spots him and he shuts, but Summer shuts him down. And there comes the 7th. 2 more rounds is what Essential needs in order to essentially end the first half.
Eminem bought some butter, but the butter was bitter. It didn't end well.
Eminem bought some more butter to make the bitter butter better.
He tried to. He got caught in the way to the butter shop.
Enemy remaining.
But yeah,
I'm out.
this time is gonna give them enough time to go ahead and buy better butter to make the bitter butter better.
I hope it does. See, here's the thing which is lacking from the likes of Essential. Earlier on, they had a really good grasp on the situation of what ZeroFrags are doing. But the moment ZeroFrags up their antique, up their strategy book, looked into it and started implementing it, now they're clueless. Now they're dumbfounded. How can you tackle this is what they're asking to each other. So this timeout is for sure going to aid them onto those executions. 2 more rounds is what they need. 7-5 is an ideal start for the defenders in the map of Haven. And if they want to do it, then better make it count.
True that. Haven is one of those maps where you can actually acquire as many rounds as possible in the defensive side because the entry points are very narrow. And being able to control them becomes slightly easier for the defender because the attacker has to push nonetheless. So once the sides swap, I feel like ZeroFrags will become slightly more comfortable. And to make sure that that doesn't trail for too long, Essentials will have to make sure that the next 2 rounds get essentially picked up by themselves. Look at the lurk coming in though. The jet has come in way too far. Essentials have a back angle at the players of ZeroFrags. And there's no awareness on ZeroFrags. Oh, the graffiti angle didn't work out. Chase has been taken down. The numbers for ZeroFrags look good right now, but this Blade Storm is dangerous. Pointed
It is
out.
indeed. Oh, he needs to remove it as well. But the last tech will give his information, his location onto where he is exactly. SVN, Blade Storm in hand, and he will for sure get the first one. The second one will be easy as well. And there comes the entire team. Get all the spoils remaining on the ground. SVN on AWP has been beautiful. But it's only few rounds where he has popped off.
Round in the half.
I want to see him more into this action.
True that. I mean, yes, you're having moments of glory, but I want to see continuity. I want to see consistency for me to be able to go ahead and say that Essentials do have a big shot on this map. Yes, we require 1 more round for the side of Essentials. However, it doesn't seem like there's going to be any holding back from the side of ZeroFrags either. Because they do have all the right weaponry, all the right money to be able to go ahead and invest in those utilities. However, so far they're being carried down by a single person with a huge number of frags.
SUN second blind on his face, but the shot equally good. Batman, he already knows that he has done a lot of damage. The push is gonna come through. Site A completely under siege. And Batman, he is the opening man.
Batman is gonna be able to watch the angles off, but
Spike
Pew Pew
planted.
coming in from Haven. Now that the smoke is gone, will have quite a lot of angles to explore, but won't be able to stay there for long because Batman has his eyes everywhere. He's a bat, he can see in the dark. The smoke didn't save you. Now the graffiti angle stays to be one the risky one to fight from. And that's
Lovely.
going to result in demise. Look at how many frags Batman has right now.
Switching
Oh
sides.
boy, he has been popping off. The moment I understood that there's rolling thunder coming through and Batman is carving the way, I just understood. Essentials do not have the chance to go ahead and win that one. 8-4 yet again. We have seen a story of 9-3 before, but A4 is something new. Will Essential go ahead and get this pistol round as well?
They should. They essentially should. If they really want to turn this around, they should. But then look at how the placement is from the side of ZeroFrags. They have site B already sealed on the entry point. They have complete knowledge of the garage and they're not contesting it. They're just collecting that information. They have used enough information collecting utilities from the side of site A as well. And the amount of area they're seizing under their own control is quite huge. I don't think there's awareness about the positioning of FNU. And if it stays so, he's gonna be able to pick heads just like this. The spike is under control as well now. I don't think Essentials has a chance.
Pistol gone yet again. Batman, he's sliding all across. HP low, M&M being picked off on the verge, and he's gonna get picked as well. 3
My grandma-
frags is what F-Noob has.
Exactly. Exactly. Beautifully done from the side of FNU. He started off the game in a very, explosive manner itself, and then even ended it at a great pace. My grandma is very disappointed in Batman though. They've been teaching me since childhood. Don't play with your food. He had it. He had it. He just wanted to play around and ended up dying. It could have been a flawless for ZFR, but well, they could afford it. So fine, I'll ask grandma to back off.
For sure good. Summer. Build under contention, and look at Ash. He already has a sneaky angle, can go big, but right now he fumbles all of his shots. At the end, Essential, no matter what the situation is looking like, they're still managing to do something more devious. But Batman, look at him shine. In broad daylight, just mows down the opponent and gets the 10th on board. 10-4, ladies and gentlemen. Even though Ash had some kind of a plan in his mind, he could not execute, and later on it was the team just going ahead, getting the perfect shots on point.
Absolutely. The scoreboard is singularly painted in green. There need to be a couple more rounds coming in from the side of Essentials for this to become even possible in the near future. Because it seems like ZFR needs even lesser rounds than what Essentials has already scored to win this.
Oh no.
Oh goodness.
What a cover fire, man. The tag teaming on this team is insane. But on the other corner, there's a lot of damage being dealt upon. Doesn't matter if you've done something good. At the end, it's about executions. It's about how you can go ahead and control the man-bound disadvantage that you're facing. And it's Ash who is rizzing things up with his sheriff.
You're not being shot at, you're doing
I
something wrong.
cannot even comprehend what's happening since the last 3 to 4 rounds. A single player comes up, takes the stage, shines the hardest, and then bows down and walks out. That's what's happening. You have 20 frags on F-Noob. He's playing a sentinel and a passive one nonetheless. Yeah, you were right. I should get my
Lurking
LASIK done again.
He's a lurking sentinel, and he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting. ZeroFrags, they're very close to sealing the entire deal on a really good note, but Batman, that bit more aggressive, did pay off, and that corner It's not looking good, but still he's lingering around. SVM.
Everyone from the side of Essentials is kinda squeezed on site A, and look at how the play is coming in from the side of ZeroFrags. They want to walk out, they want to give them the space and want to play on retake. But that's not turning out as good. They did not know there was going to be awareness from Sova. However, there is retaliation from their own side as well, and now it's a 3v3, which looks to be very 50-50. But the problem is that there's verticality advantage for the
Oh,
side
no.
of ZeroFrags.
Paranoia being on point. SVN. Nope, he's not gonna last for long. The round off is equally perfect, and the post plant is not working since the beginning. Essential. They had the same problem coming in the map of Lotus, and even in Haven, they're not able to get that thing right. They had the entire flow to themselves, but at the end, the neural theft spoiled the entire game for them. Batman, he has chosen to opt for an operator. He's gonna play passive aggressive, is what I can say.
I am pretty excited to see how far Essentials is gonna be able to pull this through. They do have the neural theft on them this time, and I am waiting to see how that comes into play, because this couldn't be the end, can it be?
Oh boy.
This shouldn't be the end.
When the sky falls, it is gonna be the start. The likes of Essential. Jet, good amount of dash, but Sublime is what the aim is. It's Ash. Good for two, good for
Are
the
you
third.
kidding me?
One
The
enemy
fourth
remaining.
was inevitable,
Spike down.
but he has already brought in the spice. There is no post plant at all. It's an easy PC round. Batman, all he needs to do is train the aim. The corner needs to be checked.
Don't
And
be
if he does it,
aggressive.
it's going to be perfect. But Eminem, quick on the trigger, and he disciplines Batman.
This was the round that ends the game, wasn't it? It was a 1v1. Batman had the right weapons, he had the right space, he had a very crunched up entry that was very essential to be crossed by Eminem. The spike was under control, just had to wait. Why so aggressive? Why so impatient? Because of the
Why
scoreline.
so
Okay, yeah, I get
serious?
it. Hey, he wasn't serious. That's the only thing that was missing, though.
He needs his counterpart. He needs a joker to him. Batman starts things already in a really good tone. And there comes Newlin with a Hunter's Fury shutting down Pew Pew. This round is already long gone. It's only SVN who can carry the weight. And Summer is just waiting for his arrival. At the doorsteps in garage. Seems like there's a flat tire. And in this sense, it is two. Oh, Batman?
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay. I don't know what to say. Eminem?
What Batman was able to accomplish here?
I got the spike.
I don't know. I don't know what to call it. It was a fluke. No, he's done it multiple times. The skill on this dude is unimaginable.
It is indeed. SVN being
But
the
so
last
is-
man standing.
Yep.
And looking at the way he's heading towards site A, I don't think so. He has the time to even go ahead and plan as
Ooh.
Newlin. He's gonna be waiting for him at the doorstep. First it was Summer and now it is Newlin. And sealing the deal is gonna be this team. ZeroFrags 2-0. And this was the mistake, Eminem. My oh my, what was he thinking? I mean,
Zero
the
frags
physics-
more like zero map loss.
Oh boy, yes, zero map loss indeed. For a second, I thought it's like Eminem is wondering what will be the next move of Batman. But that was the move. He slid across, he was just waiting. And the moment he was sliding, he still shot. Eminem on the other corner. He just could not do it. But what an end, Hana. 2-0.
Are you surprised? I mean, I am, but how could you be? You knew it was always gonna be 2 zeros all across the board. You've been saying that since we started.
I mean,
yeah.
judging by the way I was hearing about their praises of Essential, the way SUN was playing on the operator, yes, he
Oh, yes.
was performing, and even the audience was loving it. Yeah, audience was loving it. But at the end, what happened? It was ZeroFrags taking all the lamplight and neon for the second time. Batman has showcased that why he is feared of.
True that. True that. But I'm more scared of F Noob.
Yeah,
That dude.
of course.
The F in F Noob stands for fear. He makes people afraid.
Fantastic.
He makes people scared.
Oh yeah,
Or
Fear Note
fabulous.
sounds more better. Yeah, fabulous.
Or
No, actually, fabulous does
Never
not even
mind.
compliment it.
Never
No,
mind.
it's only fear. Yeah, it's fear. So yes,
ask
F
him.
Noob. We will indeed. F Noob has showcased some really good plays throughout. That lurk was amazing, and he has caught so many players off guard, hitting the snooze button and not even ready on the trigger. Those kind of situations were made quite often, and alongside Batman. The way he aggressed against an operator, this man was unstoppable. The way he gave an head dink to SUN had to back off, and later on the combination with the rolling thunder and Batman just heading right in front, it was a round which was inevitable. And that's how you play it. That's a perfect game of Valorant, especially in the three-sided map.
True that. True that. And never back down is something ZeroFrags took way too seriously. They did not fall back at all. Even when things were difficult,
Indeed.
they just decided to march forward. A W Gaming team, nonetheless. But yes, this W Gaming team has gotten themselves 2 Ws today and already on a 2-0 victory. And we can take a look at the moments that made those victories happen in the crucial moments of the day.
Crucial moments indeed. Summer, on the other end, we were seeing him pop off quite often as well. Being the controller, you have so much weight on his shoulders already. Pretty much seems like he, at one point of time, he was about to crumble, but look at him. He was playing flawlessly.
Absolutely, absolutely. They did not let their cookies crumble. They just made sure that the dough was well built and well baked, while also roasting the other team by going on so berserks on them every now and then. There was definitely great gameplay coming in from the side of SVN as well. I was loving the way this Jet was performing, like the poster girl of Valorant for a reason, and we could see that very well. But yeah, nothing in front of F Noob though.
F Noob's ace, my oh my. I mean, the moments are already long past, but it's still relived in my head. And I
It will
just
always be.
cannot forget the way he just went ahead, casually one-tapped a couple of players, and the third one was a walk in the park. Moving forward, SVN had some individual highlights as well, especially on his Blade Storm, and those operator shots were like completely amazing.
Oh, this.
Yes, this was the place where F-Noob yet again shined, and look at him. He's still capitalizing, no matter
Yep.
what the breach was thinking to go up close and personal. He already had that aim onto the opponents and might as well just shut them down.
True that. The rounds on this particular map were so tiny. It's like Lotus was a stretched map, and it felt like ZeroFrags was trying to make up for the time period which was spent on Lotus by just being so quick. And this, oh my, we need to have that crucial moment in crucial moments, another crucial moment time. Like it's supposed to be one into the other thrice. That was that kind of a moment.
Well, Inception right here. But eventually
Yes.
it has to end, right? Eminem, well, to be honest, this team has a lot of potential. That is Essentials. And they can very well go ahead and try it out in the upcoming tournaments or upcoming game itself. And yes, it's about the coordination. They need to refine it to the point where anything happens, or if they're going through a situation of 2v4, you still have the potential to go ahead and clutch it. F Noob, for example, there were only 2 players remaining for the likes of ZeroFrags, and there were 5 to be honest, from the likes of Essentials. And the way he just went ahead, kept his mind cool, calm, and collected, got those frags, got an ace, and clutched it out for the team. After that, I believe that even the morale of Essential, it was just demolished.
True that. But well, there's a lot more that we can find out about how this game went ahead, because yes, there is the theory which everyone saw on the surface, but there's numbers which play a lot of role in this, which I hope will help me become a chartered accountant one day. But yeah, take a look at that. Not as big as the last time around, but mind you, that was a game of 26 rounds. This was a game of 18 rounds in total.
Well, most of the rounds here were like it was a part and parcel of the entire game. Because I'm Batman getting 20 frags, and on the other corner it was SVN's perfect plays, 17 all across, and this time nobody can dethrone him at all. Previously, I could
True
see
that.
someone else do it. It was few, but right now you can see it. It is gonna be SVN itself getting 17 on board and 3 first kills. But on the contrary, because I'm Batman, 20 frags onto his name with 5 first kills. My
Do
God.
that, and those first skills are definitely going to be something he's going to be thanking his lucky stars for, because look at F Noob. He also has 22 kills, 324 ACS, the same ACS as Batman. And somewhere it seems like if he got MVP yet again, it would be his second for the day.
Well,
And well,
let's talk
it's about
about
time. Yeah.
yes, let's talk about the MVP and understand what did he do better. Of course, it's gonna be because I'm Batman, and he did everything better. Yeah, he did everything better,
True.
from his sliding to his gliding, and after that aiming, it was on point. Damage being of 3,404. I believe it is 2,000 shy from the previous player, which is F Noob, but he
Yes.
has proven to be lethal as well. Batman being the man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to reconsider the fact that when we started off with the game, when we were seeing the agent picks, you had your doubts about the neon on the map of Haven. And look at that. Quite a way to answer you, isn't it?
Yes, quite a way to answer. Happy to go ahead and see this man. And also, one more thing, he's already there in the leaderboard, right? And he's definitely
That.
gonna bump up his position as well. So I'm pretty happy for this dude, the way he has played and performed. Talking about the man, the myth, the legend, the MVP of the series is yet
Has
to
to
be
be
revealed.
F
and
Noob. Has to
Yep.
be F Noob.
Has yes, it is gonna be
It
him.
is.
Of course,
It
it's gonna
is.
be him. 45 kills, 29 deaths, and 8 assists. So whenever he has gone for a frag, he has for sure sealed the deal, except for 8 times. That has been that bit unlucky. Overall, if you talk about the first kills as well, 10 first kills and damage of over 8,800.
He has 43% headshots. That's a big number, specifically when you're playing a sentinel. You're not being given the best weapons. You're not being handed operators and guardians. It's a great job. His headshot percentage is looking very good. I mean, I remember we just saw Batman's statistics, and that was lesser than 20, far as I remember, the headshot percentage. And this one is
Right.
far ahead. I'm liking this. The overall composition itself of ZeroFrags looks pretty impressive.
Indeed. They have been impressive since the beginning. I mean, there was a faulty move when things went to overtime, but eventually they did recover really good. So yeah, overall, ZeroFrags, they have a lot of potential, and this season I think that they are on to that victory run where they head directly towards the grand finals and showcase us their gameplay.
Too soon to say that for me, but yeah, I mean, the confidence that can be displayed in them is pretty high, and I would completely agree with you. I just don't want to say anything until I've seen all the teams play yet. But yeah, this was a
True.
great start to the day. The way they have performed, even individually and also as a team, both ways they
Yes.
have been able to go ahead and step into the right shoes, make sure that their walk is worth the price.
Well, there's another thing. There's a perspective to the entire approach as well. First off, bringing Neon into the picture. So for sure, they're not going to be playing slow. If they play slow, then I believe that it's going to be a demise of their own. They have that perfect agility, they have the speed, and they capitalize it very well. Most of the rounds were W. And It was amazing to look at the way they're pacing forward and the other team is just wonderstruck. Oh my god, what just happened? Side gone. No! Post plant. Oh my god. And that's what was going on in the corners of Essentials again and again. And this chaos, which they wanted to go ahead and build, it worked out for the likes of ZeroFrags. Moving forward, it worked for Essentials, but again, the competition, it's not gonna subside. It's always gonna be better. It's gonna keep getting better. So I'm hoping that they are gonna bring in a perfect composition and somewhat complement Neon and give that perfect fruit.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yes, we do have the score line reflecting on our brackets, and we can now see what the positioning of all the teams is going to be. We just had the match between Essentials and ZeroFrags, from which ZeroFrags has been able to move forward. So, lower bracket round 2 is where they will find themselves. And I mean, from here, whoever they fight is going to be decided from the upper bracket semifinals.
Well, yeah, tomorrow's going to be that golden hour and fun time for multiple teams. Team Essentials already have bid farewell, but on the other end, I believe whoever is going to be fighting up in the upper brackets, they'll be heading towards the lower. They still have that opportunity to go ahead and shine once again. But the players or the teams who were there in the lower brackets, for them, unfortunately, if you lose once, you are out.
True. And that's exactly the situation that has been faced for Essentials as well as Fambra. They are not going to be moving forward either. However, we do have our selected few who are still showing up on the boards. We have 6 teams to go forward with, and soon it's going to turn into 2, which is going to end up in the grand finals that are going to happen on the 20th. So keep your seats warmed and make sure that you watch every single map on the way. But yes, this has definitely resulted in a strong match for the day.
Well, yes. And let's just take a look at the perfect scenarios as well. Level up leader.
Oh, yep. You did
Has it
mention
leveled
there's
up?
gonna be an improvement. It has. From 7th, Batman has gone to the 6th position.
That's good for him. And he has still the opportunity to even bump up the antique way too much. I mean, 69G, of course, we have seen him play. He has been an absolute dominating force. AK Demon, Caramel on the other end, sitting at the 3rd position. Very well deserved. But I want to see Batman come up. I want to see him get those MVP titles as well. And I believe he has already brought in himself to that contention zone as well of getting those MVPs. Same goes for the F-Noob as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm constantly looking at F-Noob and I'm not finding his name, and I'm reading again and I'm reading again and I'm reading again to find his name because I don't believe it that he's not there. But yes, Summer did rise up to the occasion. You see him on the 9th position. He wasn't in the run so far, but now has been able to establish himself in the top 10. So that's yet another addition. And every single time we have a match, there are going to be new players trying to take their positions. Also, older players from the board trying to climb their ladder as far as possible. This is quite a platform for teams who are made up with individuals who have brilliance in them. And ZeroFrags was just yet another example of that.
Example given, and the benchmark has already been set. So upcoming, whoever is going to be battling or playing the game and winning those rounds, they better be winning with a really big advantage or those fragging potentials, because that will give you the level up in the level up leaderboard. For example, Batman, he's already gotten it from 7th position, bumped up to 6th. He will definitely feel proud about the entire situation. And today's games were good to be honest. We did see some really good comeback from Essentials in the beginning of the entire run. In the second one, they could not showcase that much of a factor. The 3-sided map has always been a curse for most of the teams. And the ones who know how to tackle the situation, for them it's a boon.
Absolutely. And I am looking forward to how the other teams are going to play as well. Because to be very honest, when this match ended and we looked at the brackets, it hit me that ZeroFrags plays so good, but they're on the lower brackets. I can only imagine what tomorrow is going to look like.
Tomorrow is going to be deadly. Yeah, that's the reason. I mean, Zero Frags,
Absolutely.
they're a lethal team, but there are some mistakes which are made here and there. Those hasty decisions. You could see it in the map of Lotus itself. That needs to be polished. And comparatively, two new players have been added into the roster. So, how they are going to be complementing the entire team, it's up to them. They have been doing a really good job till now. So, I'm expecting that Zero Frags are going to climb up the ladders, surely but surely.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's gonna be a run which I am pretty excited to see. But yeah, there's been quite a lot of effort that came in from the side of these teams to go ahead and actually acquire their stage and to find their position onto the brackets and move
Right.
forward in it. Similarly, there's been a lot of work that's done from other people as well. You want to mention that?
Well, for sure. For example, Crucial itself, they have been a proud sponsor, man. They have been loving the entire scene of Valorant, and again, we can see them Crucial alongside Zotag Gaming. Well, they have been a force to be reckoned, and if you want, like, this show is possible because of them, and especially our producers from the Esports Club. So, fun times all across. So, make sure you check all of the links in the description below. Alongside, if you want to know what the products do, then head towards gossip.gg. That's our media partner. You will understand every single product there in detail. But for now, I believe it's farewell. We're going to see you tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye bye.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.